Pearly Whites.
And we are live. Good evening, folks. Mobile Geezer and Ted Talks here. Say hi, Ted.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
So, welcome to the stream, the Friday Night Ted Talks. Let me acknowledge who's here. Of course, Nigel was first. Nigel was here.
As always.
Nigel was here less than a minute from the time I put it up. That Brian came in right after him, and then Max came in next, and then Six came in, and then Robert came in. I think that's who's here at the moment. So one thing I want to do, I've been telling you folks, I've been putting the show notes in my on my website every week, which I will continue to do. But right now, I'm going to paste the link to the show notes in the chat. I'm putting it in the chat right now. So hopefully you guys can copy that link if you want to follow along in the show notes. And if you do, all you have to do is click on the story just like we do, and you'll see every story. Robert, story just like we do, and you'll see every story. Oh, that usually happens to me, not you.
I was like, oh, that's you again. Oh,
Max hasn't gone anywhere. And here's Eleanor. Eleanor just popped in. Hi, Eleanor. Let's see. Eleanor just popped in. There's mine. Hi, Eleanor. Mine does that every week after I go live. Okay. Take that in. So everybody's here. And Eleanor, I just told them if you look in the comments there, I just put in the link to the show notes on my website. So anybody that, I guess you can just, let's see if you just click on it. Yeah, you can click on it. It'll take you right to the link on my website. So anybody who wants to follow, do that. What do you don't tell me your ongoing earbud quest is still on. Are these new ones, Ted?
No, this time I was just testing the focus on the camera.
Oh, okay.
You know, like those makeup artists, they get like, okay, got my MAC brush, and they got to do this to make sure the camera focuses.
I don't know what makeup artists do, and I'm glad I don't. Now
you got to broaden your horizons, George.
Now you lean back. I don't know if it's because you've stuck your hand there, but now you're kind of fuzzy. Your face is. No, it doesn't seem to me.
You got to brush up your glasses. Maybe it's your glasses, George.
No. Oh, nice. Well, I guess you better send me the makeup artist then. Okay. All right, we took care of the show notes. Recognized everybody that's in here. And everybody say happy birthday to Eleanor. Her birthday was yesterday.
Happy birthday, Eleanor.
Yeah, Ted, I specifically told her, like you told me, she said to tell you thank you, and I forgot. So.
Okay. What's going on?
Yeah, you're a little out of focus. Just a tiny bit.
It says I'm in focus on the
when you come close, you're fine. You're perfect.
Okay. No.
As soon as you lean back, you go a little out of focus.
I don't.
And Max said happy birthday, Eleanor.
There we
go. And Robert said happy birthday. Yeah, her co-workers took her out for dinner after work yesterday, which I thought was very cool.
Where did they go? Where did you go, Eleanor?
Eleanor, I don't even know. I didn't even get the chance to ask you where you went for your birthday. Oh, Anthony Nitek is saying happy birthday too, Eleanor. Eleanor, type in the comments where you went to eat, because I didn't even ask you yesterday. She's saying stop it. She's getting embarrassed. Okay.
Ooh, Outback.
Oh, okay. That's right. She did tell me it was Outback. See, I'm just old. All right. So we ready for stories?
Yeah. I love the bread, the cream, and the baby back ribs are there.
See, that you know what you just did, right? You made my mind go, I want my baby back, baby back. And I don't even like Outback.
But it looks like you might like Chili's.
Yes, I do like Chili's. tomorrow we're going to Rodizio Grill. I like that a lot. Oh, another one, Eleanor, from Big Dog. Yeah, whenever it's my birthday, I like to go to Carrabba's. Eleanor likes to go to Rodizio Grill. So since we were both working yesterday, we're going to do it tomorrow. All right, on to the stories. First one is going to, oh, actually, I forgot. The first one isn't much of a story, but.
An announcement.
Yes, you didn't see my video from yesterday. Here it is. Microsoft Surface Duo, and I've had it 24 hours or a little less. And
look at that. It's still smaller than I thought it would be.
You know, you put my fingerprint on, the fingerprint works perfectly. There it is. You can see it there. So I haven't had time to play with it yet. I started to bring it to work with me, but with it being glass all the way around, I was afraid to take it to work. So I thought
how would you mount that on a car?
I don't know yet, but I started looking for cases last night, and somebody had written an article, Android Authority or somebody, and the 5 best cases. Seems like there's only 5 people making cases for it yet. I guess it's so new, but OtterBox is usually the most expensive one. OtterBox was the cheapest one out there. But it's not ready yet, so I'm going to probably get the OtterBox. So anyway,
like you got a comment on that. Look at from Jay Will.
Okay. Oh, hey Jay, isn't he? Oh, he's watching on his Surface Duo too. Okay.
We got a little duo action here.
Yeah. Yeah, me and Jay are doing the duo with the duo. Nitech is saying they have tablet mounts, so I guess you can do that in the car.
Yeah. Got to do a tablet mount. Yeah, that does seem.
Anyway, I haven't had a chance to really play with it yet. And as those of you who watched last week, I'm still in the middle of watching the Tour de France. It's got 3 more days left, so I'm already a day behind because when you watch the Tour de France for 3 weeks, it's 5 or 6 hours every single day. So I'm still trying to play catch up from this week. But the other day they were riding in the Alps. They rode 105 miles and they finished 2 days in a row at above 7,000 feet. Those guys just amaze me. Can you imagine riding up a mountain 7,000 feet?
Where the air is thin? No, I can't. I really
I can't even ride the hills around here. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to show you the Duo. They'll be out over the weekend. I'll be doing some things with it. If you want to check out Jay Will's channel, he's had it a week longer than me. He's already got a few videos up on it. So
I actually saw, what's his name? The Agent 47. What's his name? Big guy, breaks phones in half.
Oh, you mean Jerry Rig?
Jerry Rig everything. Yeah, Zach. I'm so terrible with names. But yeah, so apparently I learned from his video that apparently the sides of that phone are plastic, and the guards that they give you, that Surface give you, is just
they're rubber.
The inside is just tape.
Yeah. Well, no, you take the tape off, and then it sticks to the thing. I have it on here now. I put it on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the tape is blue, right?
Yeah, the tape is blue, and you just
and then you just okay.
And it sticks right to it, and it does feel good, and it has this little extra in the back, so you're meant to lay it down this way. But I still, with it being glass, I'm still worried about it. So I did put my email in on OtterBox's site. So as soon as they release it, I'll be getting one. So that's that. Was Robert.
And so far, what? Robert Kess has a good point. I mean, it's an A55. It's already on year 1.
Yeah. But see, Robert, with people like me, people like Jay, we switch phones out so many times, we never have to worry about even a year from now, much less 3 years. But for the average person, you're absolutely right. All right, so that was number 1. Now, this one I haven't announced. I haven't put a video up yet. I haven't even unboxed it. but LG did send me this. So nice
It's a big box.
It's a big box. That's the LG Velvet. I haven't even opened it yet.
They gave you the reviewer's edition.
They gave me the reviewer's edition. So I don't know if I can get away from this camera enough, but it comes with all this paperwork. And the box is really nice. I'll try to show you as much as I can. Notice it's AT&T. I haven't put my SIM card in it yet. If it's AT&T, then I won't be.
So does the LG Velvet? Does LG not sell the Velvet unlocked?
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't matter because I only have 3 SIM cards. Well, I have more phones, more current phones than I have SIM cards at the moment. So if I don't put a SIM card in it, it's not going to bother me. But anyway, I'll be doing an unboxing of this sometime over the weekend. I got really behind. And so I'm playing catch up. And I started work last week. So now I'm back to working 3 days a week. So it's not as easy for me as it has been for the last 5.5 months. So between all of that and trying to keep up with the Tour de France and Eleanor's birthday, I had a very busy week. And I'm still having a busy week, and I'm happy.
It sounds like a good sort of busy.
I used to make fun of Eleanor because she's a true workaholic. That's why bosses love her. And guess what I've become in the last few years? A real workaholic.
Oh, look.
Oh, see what Jay is saying? Oh, I didn't realize they give you free AT&T service. See, it's always good to talk to Jay. He always is in the know. So I'm good to go. So I guess there'll be a SIM card in there for it then.
I know the LG V60, that wasn't sold unlocked. And that's very unfortunate because I can't bring it over to Visible.
Right.
I wonder if LG is going to do the same thing with the Velvet. That would be I hope they don't do that for the LG Wing.
Yeah. A lot of people are starting to get excited about the Wing. But now, considering the amount of money I've spent in the last few weeks between the iPad Pro and this thing and the used G8X that I got, the only thing I'm looking forward to now is the upcoming iPhone. I'll get one of those. I'll probably get the cheaper watch, the SE version of the watch. And then I'm probably done with phones for this year. And he's holding up his G8X. Okay.
Jay Wilson, just turn it on. Just turn it on, George. Turn it on the live chat for the first time.
You want
Give us that exclusive.
Turn it on. How am I going to do it? Okay. Let's see.
Just hit the power button. Let's see what boots up, George.
Well, let me get it out first.
Looks like I got a text.
I didn't realize you were so demanding.
Hey, it's what the viewers want.
Hey, Jay, do you remember in Vegas? He was never this demanding when we were in Vegas.
It's funny that you should mention that. I actually found all the footage that I shot in Vegas, like not 100 clips.
Oh, cool.
So I'm gonna start editing those. It's quite the switchblade.
No, actually, I do that with my finger. But yeah, what I found because of the guys I was raised with, people always ask me about being raised where I was in Jersey, and I would say, if you've seen The Sopranos, you've seen the guys I was raised with. Well, I found that at a young age. I can open a knife quicker than any switchblade can because I learned. All right, let's see if I can get this thing open.
Drum roll.
There it is. Not a forever drum roll. Remember, you're dealing with a slow old man here.
Okay, it's getting my heartbeat up. Oh. I had an Apple Watch. Tell me to calm down.
Fill it off. Give a good listen. I'll put it in the microphone. Hear it?
Yeah, that sounded like magic.
All right, here we go. We're going to test it out live. Sorry about the reflection. I'm going to teach you how to play drums.
I kind of look the other way.
Yeah, who knows how long this is going to take. But as long as we know it has a SIM card, we should be good to go.
There's the AT&T logo. How long did it take till you see the bars?
Okay, English, United States. It says 5G right on top. I don't know if you guys can see that.
But is it 5G or is it 5GE?
No, it's
remember.
No, this isn't going to. I think that's the real 5G.
Oh, you got the real thing.
Yeah. And of course, I have it on my S20 also.
Nicely done. That's great.
All right, I'm going to connect to my. Can I remember the password to the Wi-Fi? Yes, I can.
You don't need Wi-Fi. You got free internet.
I always like to connect. See if I got the password right. I think I did.
Free internet. That's 5G. It's like, enjoy it, George.
Yeah, well, I'm used to the 5G here. And
Which is faster? Which is faster, the 5G or the your Wi-Fi or your Wi-Fi?
I think the 5G is, at least when I was in Florida, the 5G was fast. I haven't tested it since I've been here, but I would assume it's the 5G, not by much, but enough. All right, let me try the password once more.
And you're opting for the slower Wi-Fi in your house.
Yes. Oh, I know what I typed it in wrong, I believe. Yep, we're connected. All right, I'm just trying to get to where I see. I said, but since we've got the 5D, that means that SIM card is already working. Duh. All right, check for updates. All right, that's all we're going to do with that. So once again, Jay is right. Yeah, he's saying, yeah, it's 5G. Yeah, if you ever want to talk to a guy that has every phone in the world, it's going to be Jay Will. Trust me. But yeah, if you guys really want to know about the Surface Duo, check him out for now because he's 4 or 5 videos ahead of me already. So, okay, now we'll move on to the stories. I believe I'm going to go back and see. That's only 2 things I had. So I'm going to start off with the Apple event. So let me put this over here on this screen.
There was an Apple event?
Well, as much as they had of one. All right, I'm going to share the screen. Okay. Is it showing? Okay, there it is.
Yep.
All right, so this was from this week's Apple event. What day was that? Yeah, it was Tuesday. Yeah. And people were hoping that we would see phones. We did not see any phones. So this is on GQ.com. That was the first story I found, and I said, well, that story tells me everything I need to know. So I stuck with that. So Apple event September 2020, everything you need to know. The one where they didn't announce a new phone. Over the past few years, Apple's annual fall event has become fairly predictable. New iPhone, new Apple Watch, new iPad, new streaming service you have to pay for, environmental initiative. The Apple event September 2020 threw a wrench in all this, not for tacking on an exciting one more thing, but for having one less, the iPhone. Rumor has it that it will come next month. So what did we actually get? Actually, some solid updates to the Apple Watch and iPad product lines. Here's everything you need to know about the products and service announced during the Apple event September 2020. New Apple Watches, plural, Watch Series 6 and Watch SE. And the SE is the one I'm going to get, I believe. Okay. And their colors are nice. Those are the new colors. Those are really nice.
I do like that red one, Project Red.
The Apple Watch Series 6 maintains the same design as the Apple Series 5, but tacks on 2 new sensors. The current state of technology and its obvious maturation is now event worthy. The drawer is a blood oxygen monitoring sensor, which I also have on the Samsung watch. which uses red and infrared light and needs about 15 seconds to do its job. Yeah, the Samsung watch takes a lot longer than that, and you got to really be still. Less relevant to your health and survival, it's always on altimeter so that you can get accurate readings on your distance above sea level. So I don't need either one of those. That's why I'm going for the SE. Other upgrades include a 20% faster processor and a 2.5 times brighter display, along with the same 18 hours of battery life as the Series 5. GPS only, no cellular. Version of the watch will start at $400. And there it is again. The Apple Watch now with more blue, courtesy of Apple. And there's your blood. They're really pushing that blood oxygen thing big time. And I have it, and I'm so healthy, I don't have a use for it. Oh, look who's here. Oh, time out.
Hi, finally. No, hi.
Oh,
Special guest time. Hey, Jerome.
Hey,
We got
what's going
Jerome.
how are you guys?
hey,
Nice to see you, brother.
Yeah, it's nice to see you
Well,
guys too. I know.
we're just on our first story. The only thing I showed off so far was the Surface Duo.
Oh,
I got
wow. I want one of those.
Yeah.
Where's mine, George?
So I haven't even had time to mess with it yet, and I was
No?
afraid to take it to work because of the glass, so I didn't take it to work today. And
Wow.
and the same day I received that, well, LG decided to send me the LG Velvet.
Wow. Wait,
And notice it said
LG sent you that?
LG.
Yep.
Yep,
What?
the whole package.
Wow.
I guess Jay Will is in there. He had it too. And I didn't realize that when I saw AT&T, well, I said, well, I don't need the SIM. Well, they included the SIM with it. So I just turned it on live.
Nice.
And yes, the SIM is included for AT&T. So
Wait, they're giving you service?
Yep. They giving
Yes.
him 5G service. Yep.
5G service, yeah.
Wow,
Okay,
look at
Matterfly.
that.
So as you can see, I haven't even copied any apps or anything yet, but Jay told me to turn it on and I'd see it, and I did. So we're good to go. So LG is really good to us. To us
Wow,
small-time YouTubers,
that's
including the
awesome.
big like
Good to
Jay
you.
Will.
That's great.
But it paid to have Jay Will in the stream because I didn't even know any of that. So, and Ted, of course, made me turn it on live.
I mean, why not? That's what
Yeah.
that's what it's for. That's what the no,
Okay,
that's awesome. That's
so
great.
the only story we actually started with is this week's Apple event. So we're just going down through that right
Sure.
now. And I said I'm probably going to get the Apple Watch SE. I haven't
Okay.
pre-ordered it yet. I'm waiting for the phone to come out. All right, so I'm going to continue. So of course they're pushing that blood oxygen thing big time, and I
Yeah.
already have that on the Samsung, and it's not a big deal to me. Maybe because I'm so healthy, I don't. That kind of stuff doesn't bother me. But on the Samsung watch, you have got to lay your wrist on the table, and you better be still for like a minute, and then it'll give it to you.
So
But
Apple once again
three
does it
times
better.
that I've done it. Yeah, that's my guess. Yeah, but my blood oxygen level always comes back where it should be. It's supposed to be between 90 and 95. Mine's always between 90 and 95 the 3 times I've done it. So I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, I wonder what
So
mine
the
is.
SE is not going to have that. So, and I don't need it. Yeah, I had never even heard of blood oxygen level
Yeah,
until
I
got
was
the Samsung.
I was
So guess
asking
it's a
about
big deal
that.
for- well, I guess for people with other health issues.
Well, they were saying,
Yeah.
Ted, didn't
Is
you
that a
say
big deal for people with health issues?
or like in high altitudes or something like
Yeah.
that?
If you're in high altitudes,
Yeah, it had-
you have apoplexy or something like that, and where not enough oxygen is getting to your brain and stuff, it'll detect that.
It's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, it has an always on altimeter. Yep. All right, I'm going to continue down here. New blue bodied and product red. I think it looks gorgeous. Bodied aluminum Series 6 watches also join the family and come with matching bands. Colors were a big part of this show, as you'll See below. Speaking of bands, Apple has announced 2 new watch bands without clasps or buckles. If you feel like putting on a watch to feel more like donning a Livestrong bracelet. See, some people seem to like it. I don't know if I'll like it or not. And there's your colors right there.
Red's
And
looking
that's
fire.
for the SEs. So I'm going to try to get the red one. We'll see what happens. The cheapest watch, the Apple Watch SE. Like the iPhone SE launched in April, the Watch SE delivers baseline Appleness, I love that, on a budget. What you lose, the always-on display, heart rate monitoring, and blood oxygen monitoring. But your Watch SE does have the always-on altimeter. Oh, I didn't think it did. Of the Series 6 and a relatively powerful processor used in the Series 5 watch, all for $280. According to Apple, that processor makes the SE up to twice as powerful as the Apple Watch Series 3, which will be sold for $200. So they're continuing to sell the Series 3. So unlike the iPhone SE, the Watch SE is the middle child.
Wait, what is the Series 3 selling for now?
$200.
200.
So how
Yeah,
What
much?
it was
so-
going for? What it was going for Black Friday last year?
I mean, I bought mine
$199.
on discount for like $229, but I have the 42 millimeter. So yeah, it's pretty much, it hasn't really, you just, now
Yeah,
it's
it's the
just on
Black
sale
Friday price.
indefinitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Eleanor had bought me mine for Christmas before last. That's how I met, but she had gotten a used one, and it's been great ever since. You know?
Yeah, I don't even wear mine anymore. I need to just
Yeah,
sell
well,
it.
yeah. Since I got the Samsung, I wore the Apple Watch one day this week on a bike ride, and the rest of the time I've been wearing this.
I don't know.
What-
I think I would pay.
Oh, your Samsung. I see.
I would pay $80 for the SE.
Yeah.
80?
$80 extra for the
Oh,
SE.
$80. Yeah.
If I had to decide between the 3 or the SE.
Yeah, I kind of want the all or the always on display. So I can't, the SE is not for me.
Yeah,
Max
the SE would be
Tech.
fine for me.
Mastec is saying that they should have health insurance cover the price of these watches. You know, for a 15-year-old, you're kind of on the pulse, kid. But yeah, actually, if you have a good insurance or if you have insurance through your work, usually they'll cover a smart fitness tracker. Like usually it's fitness trackers.
Right.
If you work in like an everyday, job, if you work for like a Fortune 500 company, maybe they'll offer to cover things like bicycles and
They'll probably pay
Maybe
for your
not
gym.
watch.
They'll probably pay for your gym membership.
That's
Well, it's
probably
not that
true.
they-
A lot of companies do that.
it's not that they
Yeah.
pay. It's that they buy it and they don't have to pay taxes and then you just paid off through your paycheck.
Oh well, yeah, that
No,
makes
I
sense.
know. I've known companies that actually will pay for your gym membership. Robert's making a good point. A lot of people online are saying the same thing that Robert is saying here. You know. So,
Hmm.
Yeah.
and once again, I have to give Robert credit for watching because I believe it's like after 1 o'clock in the morning in England.
Where? Oh,
In England.
good on you,
He-
mate.
Yeah, he's over. He and Nigel. It's 1 o'clock in the morning when we start for them tomorrow morning. All right. So continuing with the this week's event, Watch OS 7 is watching you. I didn't even update mine yet. Both the Apple Watch Series 6 and SE will fully support all the new features of Watch OS 7. That update gets you access to sleep tracking, which I never use. Extremely useful, but does math on an 18-hour battery life and 24-hour day. It'll challenge you to keep the watch charged. Fall detection, new hand washing detection, which will make sure you're scrubbing between those fingers for at least 20 seconds. I don't need your help. Oh, and Apple is removing the USB power adapters from new Apple Watches. You still get a cable.
Because the
Yeah, no
environment.
Yeah, no brick. Yeah, they're covering that. And so, of course, Samsung is going to be following suit pretty soon.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They all suddenly care about the environment.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Apple
that's what
gave
it's about.
Samsung the excuse, and they can say, "Well, Apple started it." You'll still get a cable, but you'll have to repurpose an old brick you have lying around. Expect this change to be mirrored in next month's iPhone release too. Yes, we are all expecting that. The iPads get even better. Apple iPad and Apple iPad Air. There's the picture of it. The cheapest version of Apple's iPad was already a convincing replacement for a basic laptop, save for a couple of little quirks. This afternoon, this was Tuesday, Apple decided to make it a bit better anyway. Starting this month, the $330 iPad is getting an upgraded processor, which Apple says makes it 40% faster than its predecessor and lets it run the new iPad OS extremely smoothly. These changes are fairly iterative. The regular iPad is still basically as good as it was before.
Iterative.
Iterative.
This is a processor that's going to be in the new iPhone that hasn't been announced yet.
And I didn't think it was iterative, but obviously he did.
Like they put a touchscreen center, a capacitive, I don't know, touchscreen button. They still kept Touch ID. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, Touch ID. Yeah. The iPad Air goes semi-pro. This was what people got excited about. The updates to the iPad Air, on the other hand, are extremely significant. The newer iPad Air looks a lot like the iPad Pro announced earlier this year, which I just bought a month ago, with a massive 10.9-inch end-to-end screen and no home button. Sneakily, the iPad Air has Touch ID built into the power button. This frankly rules. Face ID on the iPad Pro is a little bit janky when using it. I find myself frequently being told that I'm not close enough to the camera or that my angle is off, especially when I'm using my iPad while cooking. Maintaining Touch ID while maximizing screen size should eliminate this problem entirely. Yeah, when I read this, I haven't had my iPad Pro miss my Face ID one time, so I don't cook. Maybe that's the issue. But mine's been absolutely perfect so far.
I miss it every single time. I usually
it doesn't recognize you?
If I'm in the bed, the covers get in the way, or if it's on my office desk, I'm too far away. It's every time it's something.
I mean, my 11 Pro's like that. It's not perfect either. I mean, it gets it most of the time, but
my hand is covering it, so.
Yeah, no, that's what I got, the 11 Pro, but it hasn't missed my face once so far.
That's good.
So maybe you need to be old. Who knows?
Either Apple can just put it right here,
right.
or they just give me back the touch. Give me like a touch thing, like they get the iPad Air.
Yeah, well, a lot of people like the touch better.
If that's coming to the new iPad Pros 2021 or something, sign me up. I'll save my money for that.
The new Air also now has USB connectivity, Peace Out Lightning, a beefier processor, and support for the new Pencil and Magic Keyboard. Yeah, that surprised me. They included it. I got those with mine too, Jerome.
Huh. Nice.
The $800 Pro still has a better camera, Face ID, and a high 120 hertz refresh rate. But if these aren't things you think you'll use, who is still out there taking pictures with their iPad? I will be. The $600 iPad is an extremely tantalizing compromise. Oh, and the iPad Air now comes in 3 new lovely colors that are not silver, gray, or gold. Not that we need our gear to be playful, especially when the wise move for $600 Magic Window Pane is to swaddle it with a protective case. That's what I did with mine. But it's nice to have some fun options, especially for a piece of tech Apple touts as being intended to fuel creativity. The Seafoam-esque green is particularly cool. So there's the colors.
Seafoam.
Oh, I remember I was saying how behind I've been getting. Over here, I have another case for my iPad Pro. It's been sitting there for a week and a half. I haven't even opened the package yet because I haven't had time. More streaming services, Apple Fitness Plus and Apple One. Looking for more things to subscribe to? Good news. Apple released another streaming service today. Apple Fitness Plus offers a suite of workout classes and programs, sort of like those offered by a company like Peloton or Mirror, but without a piece of equipment that costs $1,000. That's because Apple sells plenty of other $1,000 things. That said, Fitness Plus does use the live health data from your Apple Watch to tell you how you're doing through the workout. The service will cost $10 a month or $8 a year, though when you buy a new Apple Watch, you get free access for 3 months. Apple, one service to rule them all. With so many subscription services, Apple TV Plus, Music, Fitness Plus, Arcade, iCloud Storage, and News Plus, it only makes sense that Apple would offer a bundle. But this is 2020. Nothing is simple, and so Apple One is actually 3 different bundles. Individual, Apple Music, Apple TV Plus, Apple Arcade, and 50 G of cloud storage for $15 a month. Family, the same apps, but with 200 gigabytes of cloud storage for $20 a month. And Premiere, the same apps plus Apple News Plus and Fitness Plus and 2 tera gigs. Am I saying that right?
Terabytes.
It says TG though.
Somebody made something that doesn't. Yeah, that's
I
not.
never saw TG before. So.
No, it's
Okay.
terabytes.
Okay, thank you. For $30 a month. The individual plan offers a $6 discount over individual pricing on each service, but you really need me to be a dedicated user of everything Apple One to see a benefit.
No, thank
I
you.
think,
Yeah, me
yeah,
too.
I think fitness should have at least been bundled into TV, Apple TV.
Yeah, I got to remember to get rid of my Apple TV before my free year is up.
Oh, I got to do that too. I think I've used it once ever since I got it. I don't watch anything.
They had 2 shows that I liked a lot, and then I haven't watched it in the last 4 months at all.
Yeah,
You know
I
who I
watched
think
anything.
is putting out great shows of their own is Prime.
Is who?
Prime.
Prime, Amazon Prime.
Oh,
Amazon
Prime.
Prime.
I was going to
I've gotten
say
hooked
YouTube.
I've gotten hooked on like 4 different shows that they put out, all excellent.
YouTube.
And I don't particularly like, what's her name? Pretty Woman. What is her
Richard
name?
Gere.
No, the woman.
Oh, the
Julia
woman.
Roberts. Julia
Yeah.
Roberts.
I don't like Julia Roberts, but they have a first season of one show she starred in. She was awesome. The whole thing was awesome. It
Oh
was
yeah, she
called-
got replaced by Janelle Monáe in the 2nd season, right?
Yeah, Homecoming. Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Man,
was
I
a
haven't
terrific
watched TV
series.
forever.
Yeah, I know. How do you have the time?
I don't. I do.
But yeah,
I do not.
I mean, yeah, but YouTube got good bangers too. YouTube's got a Cobra Kai season 1, and then there
No,
was,
I'm not even-
Cobra
yeah.
Kai season 2.
What I was going to say, I'm like, I'm
And
not
then-
even TV shows for YouTube, just content creators. No. Get
Oh,
outta
that's
here.
what you meant.
That's what I meant.
And I'm already a day behind on the Tour de France, so you know
I mean,
that's
yeah,
what I'm
but,
watching.
I mean, in that case, YouTube has a phone drill Monday to Friday. Yeah, but
There you
what
go.
about the weekends? What do you have the weekends? What are you supposed to do on the weekends, huh? What's YouTube
Twitch.
for that?
Twitch.
I hope
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Jerome rests on weekends because he
I
drives
don't.
himself-
No,
he drives
I do
himself
not.
Constantly.
I do a minimum of 12 hours a day of work, and then I try to cap at 16. That's how
On
it's
Saturday
been
and
every
Sunday
day.
too.
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday I put at least 12 hours in. So
Wow,
yeah.
better man
They're
than
busy
me.
days. Busy days.
All right, we ready for the? Jerome, if you go up in the comments, I put a link in. What I do now is every week I put the entire show notes on my webpage, and anybody just go there and click on every story.
Oh, perfect. Wait, I don't see it here in the comments though.
It's
Or
gonna
in
be-
the
But you're going to have to copy and
Oh.
paste it, of course.
I see it. No,
You
it's
got it?
yeah. Okay, great. Awesome.
All right, so we're ready for
And,
the next story. Now, this
Actually, I want to get it back to Apple Arcade. I've been thinking about whether or not to get it, but it looks like any game that you might be interested in to try it. The
right.
thing is, they lock it. Like, I've been interested in this Samurai Jack game, but you can't webbing. But like, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Samurai Jack from
Yeah.
Cartoon Network, Adult
I
Swim. But,
used to watch it.
yeah, but there's some interesting games, but they lock it to Apple Arcade, and I think that's a problem in itself. Like, if
So
you're gonna
they're-
lock it,
It's proprietary. They have
Yeah,
exclusive
yeah.
rights.
So you
Yeah,
can't
that
get
was
it
what the
anyplace
right.
else, I gather.
the game is from Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, but yeah, you can't.
Okay.
They won't let you play it unless you pay for Apple Arcade. And I'm just like, I think you might as well just do it like how Google does, where if you just pay $10 a month, you have access to all the apps,
Right.
Yeah.
And
I'm
games or
just
otherwise.
I'm just done paying for services. I really am. Like I just can't. There's so many of them, and I just don't think they're worth. For me, they're not worth it. But then again,
Yeah,
I don't
for
have
me,
the time either.
Yeah, for me, it's YouTube TV. I'm not paying for any other services. That's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Robert's saying, I really don't want to be charged again, so that would be a good no. Okay, so that makes sense, And Max,
all I'm gonna say is R, like a pirate's life is a life for me.
Yeah, Max watches one show and that's it. Okay.
Yeah, I never even watched anything on it. I should have sold my subscription to somebody.
Yeah, and like us, he needs to cancel his too. Okay. Oh, now Serrano. Hey, Serrano, didn't even see you there, brother. And Gary Brown is in here too. Now, Gary Brown says The Boys is his show, and they're pushing that show with the new season.
Oh, yeah, tonight. Thank you for reminding me, Gary.
Okay, there you go. And Serrano is saying Electric Dreams. So there's some suggestions for you guys. But of course, I know Jerome and I are never going to have time for this anyway.
I don't even know what any of those shows are. I have no idea.
Good shows, gentlemen. They're very good shows. Like you go, maybe if you listen to other stories, it might, I don't promise anything. It might, never mind.
Spit it out or shut up. Okay, so Robert is saying Amazon Prime is pretty cool, but the streaming service I dislike the most is TV Plus. Okay, yeah, I was telling them, Jerome, I found like were you here? You were here. I like the Prime shows. I just think they're done very, very well.
Like if I have to pick like gun to head, like which services I have to pick, it's Amazon. Like they give you the most.
That's what I would pick.
Prime TV and then Prime Photos, where they back up all your photos in full resolution.
Yeah, and as long as you're a Prime member, you get as long as you're a Prime member, you get all those shows. So
they're trying to bundle everything together there.
Yeah,
that's how they get you.
Ted, you ready to read the You ready to read the next story, Ted?
I'm ready.
Okay. And again, we're still on Apple. All right. Whenever you're ready, this is on The Verge.
Oh yeah, Apple developers are scrambling over accelerated iOS 14 release, giving them just a day to finalize their apps. Apple angered many in the iPhone and iPad developer community yesterday when it announced that iOS 14 and iPad OS 14 would be available to consumers today. A single day's notice is a big departure from the company's usual approach, where developers are given about a week's notice to put the finishing touches on their apps ahead of the major operating system release. The surprise comes as iOS developers are already exasperated with the way Apple is exerting control over its App Store. Ben Thompson, Kara Swisher, and John Gruber all reported earlier this year that many are terrified about speaking about policies they think are unfair. Nevertheless, Apple developers have been vocal about the sudden iOS 14 launch. On the face of it, the launch of iOS 14 just a day after Apple's event is a great piece of news. Today's release will be the first chance for most people to try iOS 14's new bells and whistles, which include new home screen widgets, sucks ass, a picture-in-picture mode, this still hasn't come on YouTube, and a new translation app, to name just a few. But it wasn't great news for iOS developers, who were left with a tight deadline to compile, test, and submit their apps in time for iOS 14's launch day. It's unwelcome stress for many developers, summed up so eloquently by Halide's Camera co-founder and designer, Sebastian DeWitt. As you can see, oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, don't read all of it.
Okay.
They can read it.
I think a lot of developers won't be sleeping tonight, or instead just give up and opt to release apps when they want to, instead of alongside the new iOS. Alongside the new OS, developer Shihab Mahboob told me after Apple's event. Or is it another developer, Jesse Squires, puts it less charitably in a big blog post. Why is Apple acting like a bleep? Redact. I get how whiny this sounds, but I think this is the most negative I've felt after an Apple event, Dark Noise developer Charlie Chapman tweeted. I don't push myself that hard, but I did do a lot of work to prepare to hit the day one release for iOS 14. Legit, probably not going to do any of that sleeping stuff tonight. Christian Select, the developer behind Apollo Reddit. I love that app.
Oh, cool.
What app?
Apollo Reddit.
I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, Apollo Reddit. Okay.
It's a Reddit. It's a Reddit client.
Yeah. Yeah.
A big WTF at Apple dropping iOS 14 tomorrow without giving developers any notice or real or final tools to submit their apps. To be clear, yesterday wasn't the first time developers heard about iOS 14. Apple announced the new software back at its developer conference in June, and its first developer beta was released the same day. Most developers will have spent months since adding new iOS 14 features and making sure their apps are compatible with the new software. Apple's September iPhone event has traditionally been a crucial day for developers because this is the day the company releases the so-called Golden Master versions of iOS and the Xcode developer tools. This is the same build Apple will usually release to the public 99% of the time. iOS developer Reese Morgan tells me it's a key milestone, and it's the moment developers can start on the final version of their software without worrying that something might change before the release. Apple put out the Golden Master versions after yesterday's event, just a day before the release of iOS 14.
That's a heck of a lot of pressure. As a programmer, I feel for them.
iOS beta changed frequently on the way to the GM release. Sometimes these changes are minor, but other times there will be new features that get cut out or others rejigged in response to bugs. One such example was posted on Twitter by developer Peter Steinberger, who noted that Apple has removed support for new API with iOS 14's GM release after it appeared in the beta releases. So if your app had been using the new API, or if you were releasing framework using that, all of a sudden you can't.
Now
That's
that
it.
sucks.
It's gone.
That really sucks.
That's it. It's gone. You've got to replace it. The week that developers normally get between the Golden Master release and the official release of a new version of iOS is useful for ironing out these kinds of issues. As if the deadline looming over developers wasn't bad enough, even once a developer has downloaded the latest development tools and recompiled their app, they have to go through the Apple's App Store's approval process to make their wares available for download. This is a process that developers sometimes set aside a whole week to allow time to address any concerns that the review process might raise. Over the past days, some developers have reported that their apps have been approved by Apple in as little as 1 to 2 hours, Morgan says, which is much faster than normal, leading some to speculation that Apple is expediting iOS 14 app approvals. However, others like Chapman say they're still waiting for the apps to be approved hours later. At least one high-profile app has warned its users not to upgrade to the latest version of iOS if they want to continue using their software. Yesterday, the official Animal Crossing Pocket Camp Twitter confirmed that it cannot open on devices running iOS 14. We do not recommend you update your device to iOS 14 until we have fixed this issue. However, developers I spoke to said that it was unlikely we'd see piles of broken apps as iOS owners start updating to iOS 14. That said, newer versions of iOS are generally good at running older software designed for its previous version, and that having had access to iOS 14 beta versions will have given developers time to prepare for any big changes that are on the way. I mean, we've had iOS 14 since WWDC. I don't think this is going to have a mass effect where everything's just broken on the App Store. Halai Steveworth explains, if by now your app is in an extremely broken state on iOS 14, it could have been broken on release. I don't think it would have been that big of an issue. Chapman agrees that it's unlikely many older apps will be broken by iOS 14. It's frustrating, but I really don't think the customer experience is actually going to be that bad. But the developers I spoke to also suggested that the tight turnaround may mean that some of iOS 14's new features might not be widely supported on launch day. White says that Halight's team would have loved to have supported iOS 14's new home screen widgets features on launch day, for example. By the way, his app, Halide, I could not use while I was on the iOS 14 beta.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep. Supporting these major new features can result in big publicity boosts for smaller developers. Chapman tells me that he'd be planning for his app to support Apple's new home screen widgets in the hope that it would lead to press coverage on day one of iOS 14 release, as publication roundup of the best apps with the support for the operating system's latest features. For some developers, however, the changes to this year's release schedule are more of a relief. For an app like Halide, which prides itself on supporting both the latest and greatest hardware and software features of each iPhone, this year's delayed iPhone release makes things easier than previous years. DeWitt tells me the team can focus on making sure Halide works seamlessly on existing iPhones running iOS 14 for now. they can expect a push of a small compatibility update next week, and then build in support for whatever new camera hardware arrives with the iPhone 12 when that's released next month. So that's a positive.
Yeah.
The big question is why Apple chose to release iOS 14 today in the first place, since it doesn't have any new iPhone hardware in urgent need of a new operating system. Morgan and Chadley tell me that the Apple needed iOS 14 to be available to coincide with the release of the new Apple Watch Series 6, which runs the new watchOS 7 out of the box. Apple says the new version of watchOS requires iOS 14 for setup. However, that doesn't explain why Apple chose to release iOS 14 today rather than waiting until the smartwatch's release on Friday. In any other year, given iOS developers a day notice that a new version of iOS is about to arrive might have been written off as annoyance. But in 2020, when Apple's App Store policies are facing an unprecedented amount of regulatory and legal scrutiny, it starts to look like an unforced error. Apple needs to allies more than ever, and policies like new appeal processes are clearly designed to address developer concerns, but its hurried iOS 14 release has done it no favors. Apple did not return The Verge's request for a comment.
It is strange that they would release it even before there was any new hardware for it, you know.
Well, yeah, but yeah, the Apple Watch, the new Apple Watch needed to be.
Yeah, but that didn't come out until today, which means they would have had 3 days if they had released iOS 14 today, which is better than 1 day. You know, I guess I spent too many years programming, so I feel for them.
Yeah, no, that's a rush for them for sure.
But even what was it when it came out 3 days ago? Like when it was supposed to come out the day afterwards. Like I think it was later in the day, like around 5 p.m. when I was finally able to start downloading the update.
And that's when I noticed everybody else was getting it too. Now I was on the beta, so I got it that night. You know, the night before.
So if they had waited it till the launch came out, then people would have had to wait later in the day.
Yeah. So it is very strange that they did it that way. And he's absolutely right. With all the scrutiny on Apple now, it seems like you're going to upset more people, you know.
I mean, I downloaded iOS 14. I don't know. I wasn't impressed. I'm still not impressed with it.
Yeah.
I guess I need to maybe use it more, but like I added one widget and I'm like, okay, I still have all these icons on one screen that I don't want here. But
I saw somebody else, and I can't remember whose video it was, but they had the same complaint that you just said.
Yeah, it didn't really do anything for me. It's like, oh, okay, like I can have one big weather widget that moves the rest of my icons down, so it's less of a hassle now. But that's it. Yeah, and I'm not gonna fill one screen with widgets either. That's dumb. So.
Like I used to say that, you know, I thought it would be a good thing that Apple would be including this update so we can customize the home screen. And I thought this would be the thing to take Android people away from iOS, but nope, I was wrong. It's not it.
It's so funny because I was on Twitter and Google posted a screenshot and they were like, oh, it looks like we're all talking about home screens. And that was obviously a jab at Apple. Right. So Google goes ahead and they post one of their home screens. And then everybody starts posting pictures of their home screens, either from iOS or Android, and said, you know, and I'm like looking at all of them. I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'm just a minimalist, but everyone's home screen looked ugly. It was so bad. I'm like, you guys have no taste at all.
Okay.
Your choice of
font
and widget. I noticed there was a lot of kids.
I've seen people showing their home screens.
It was a lot of kids who were showing their home screen on that tweet. High school kids, and yeah, it was a lot. Like it didn't look attractive at all.
So ugly. I'm thinking, did I used to have ugly home screens back? Maybe I did. But even people's choice of wallpapers are like, oh my god, awful.
You know what that tells you, Jerome? You're becoming the older generation.
Oh, I know that already. I'm an old man that complains about everything. For sure.
Welcome to the club.
Oh, look! We got. Speaking of welcome to the club, we got Will in the chats.
Yep, Will is here. He says
most developers haven't.
I'm not arguing the fact that Will, why are you not on the stream? I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
Will,
not
I can send you to.
Yeah, I'm not arguing the fact that Android widgets are awful. I just think that like for me, I don't use any widgets, so I just like having a plain black screen and then like scrolling up to get my icons. That's how
Will, should I send you the link?
Yeah, Ted sent it in the chat.
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I got in here.
Will, join if you have time.
and funny thing is, apparently the Google widget, the Google search widget, is better on iOS than it is on Android, as it normally is. But for some reason, I can't get the Google Calendar widget to play nicely on iOS 14. So this is one of those rare moments when Apple was late to the party and they didn't do it. Like they didn't implement it well.
They should have made it so that you can move the widgets around, but because they just push it and push. I hate that.
Yeah, I hate that too. All I want is a home screen with nothing on there except my like one dock of icons. That's all I want. That's not asking for much.
I think
it's not asking for much.
Now
you can do that, Jerome. I can
do that.
Willis even telling you can just delete an entire page.
And what I can still have one. No, I want one. I want it like my Android. I want one strip of icons at the bottom.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, I can do that on iOS now.
Do that. Yeah.
So how do I do that?
You just press it and you just start like removing them. Just send them all to the app library. Then you start deleting the page, and then like you'll have no apps on the home screen. You just have your dock.
Wait, but isn't it gonna move my icons up?
No. As long as you don't have any icons, no. You can just send all your apps to the app library.
So see, for that alone.
I haven't figured. Yeah, I haven't even done that yet. I don't even know how that works.
What Will meant, and here's Will.
So how do I? Oh, Will's here. Good. Then I don't have to read what he's saying because I don't have the patience right now. There's Will.
He's laughing at you. Did you see him?
Yeah, because I haven't used my iPhone until I've been using my 4A for so long now. I don't even use my iPhone anymore.
Yeah, and I downloaded iOS 14. I haven't even touched it since.
Okay, so
with this blasphemy.
What do I do, Will? Tell me, what do I do?
Listen, Jerome, all you got to do is hold your screen, right?
Uh-huh.
Hold an icon.
Yeah.
You start moving. Phone?
And right?
What? And moving, where you can move them around.
Yeah.
Click on the little buttons at the bottom, and it'll show you your pages. You can eliminate whole pages.
Oh.
Tell him, yeah.
Look at that. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, you don't have your iPhone on you, Jerome?
No, I do now. I just never use it anymore.
Doing it right now. Will, were you here to see this?
Oh, look at what Gary says.
I saw your video.
Okay. Gary says 4A phone of the year. Gary, I'm with you right now. The 4A is my favorite phone for 2020 until the Pixel. Well, we'll see about the 4A, 5G, and 5. But
Big House is being nice to the old
Michigan.
Big House, thank you so very much, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Big House.
Very. So Big House, yeah, I guess you need to see this too if you haven't seen my video. But I've only had it 24 hours. The fingerprint is really fast on this thing, but I've only have it 24 hours, and I really haven't had time to do much other than unboxing.
But this doesn't
there you
look
go.
right.
He got it.
But it doesn't. It needs the date.
And he still completes. I
know. Look,
you said that's what you wanted.
I know. But look, it needs the date like the Pixel. Come on.
Okay, I think you can add the calendar widget, but it won't give it to you in words. It'll give you like a big square.
Let me try to do it. Let me try to add the widget.
Keep in mind, Jerome, old enough to be your grandfather. You kids are never satisfied.
Exactly. Hey, don't put me in that bunch. Don't put me.
Hold on, I'm trying to
pass my lot with them.
Wait, can I resize widgets or no?
Nah, you can't. You can't resize them.
Okay, so if I want the date, it's gonna just be one stupid widget on the top left.
Yeah, but
I think that's another one. There should be a longer one
there. You can't.
Okay.
The build was awesome, Big House.
Ted, what's the hate for the widgets on iOS? I'm trying to understand.
Wait, give me a sec. Let me show Big House one thing that I love about this thing. Watch, I love this. I love doing that.
What did I miss? Do it again.
No, just this.
Oh
man!
Look at. You need 2 hands to do that. You need 2 hands to do that. Huh? 2 hands.
MKPHD loved it, and so did what's her name? the girl that what's her
Erica
name?
Griffin.
Erica Griffin. Yeah.
Richard Gere.
You're better than me, George. 'Cause I would have
Danny's
just
not
opened
Richard
and closed the book.
All right, I'll just put the weather app there. There you go.
Listen,
That'll
Jerome.
work. What?
Jerome,
There
you
you-
just
there you
gotta
go,
wait
Jerome.
until until somebody makes the widget that you want.
Yeah, I
Well,
just
that's
want.
true.
Honestly, all I really want is to just make it look like my Pixel. I just
There
want
you
it with
go.
the
Are
date
you
and the
able to
weather.
move
Bro,
that?
That's what I want.
Right.
But this is good. I'm happy with this
Can you
right
move
now.
that further down? Can you
Huh?
move that further down? I'm curious.
Nah, it's
The
gonna
widget?
always
The
go to
widget?
the top. It always
Yeah,
goes to the
I
top.
can't. That's why
Oh.
it sucks. That's why
Yeah.
it sucks.
Yeah, but you gotta understand though. On Android,
Educate Jerome live. See that?
What?
I
What
said
happened?
They got to see Will and Ted educate you live.
Bill
That's
and Ted-
right.
Oh, that's Bill and Ted.
Student has become the math.
Yes, Gary. I guess you didn't see my video. I did a quick unboxing yesterday, but yeah, here it is right here.
Oh, Six. Hey, Six, what's going on? Six says there's a Google widget. Okay.
There
hold
you
on, hold
go.
on.
Google
Oh
is better
man,
than
let
it
me
is
do that
on
right
Android.
now. Let me do that right now.
So we're learning. We're learning as we go.
Well, I took all the pages off, so now how do I get to my?
Swipe all the way over to the right, and you'll go to your app drawer. You can't
your app
reorganize.
is always to the right, always.
I can organize my app drawer, or
You
no?
can't. You can't. Google
It's alphabetic. It's alphabetic, right, Will?
It's not. They
Yeah.
organize them
No, it's
in the
not.
group.
Oh,
But
that's
if you,
right. Groups.
If you scroll,
You have to
if you
scroll
go to the
down.
top, you can.
Yeah,
search
I'm
the
just
alphabetical
searching
list.
for it at this point. So let me do that.
Jerome, you're better than me. There's no way. I can't.
Gary's saying
Google-
something
Say,
nice. on
say it
YouTube.
again,
Google is the worst, man. You're gonna use that Pixel 4a until the battery,
Dude.
to the back of it pops off.
dude. The
I-
Pixel 4a is
the
giving me 2
battery
days of battery life.
I love
lately.
my 4A and my
Yeah.
battery
The
is awesome too.
The
That's what
4a is
I
so
was-
good.
I was telling somebody, I like the Pixel, and I like that they give me money back every couple years for their phones when they explode or the battery comes off the back,
Oh
or
shit!
it boot loops, or it doesn't turn on no more.
You're not
know.
wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah, I
Will.
mean, I
Guys,
can't. I
What's the
can't.
matter?
shit. This is Ruth Gator Ginsburg is dead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she died,
passed
yeah.
away today. Yeah.
Eleanor told me about that just before we started, and I said, "Well, we all kind of expected that, didn't we?" I just said, "So say some prayers for her family. What else can we do?"
I mean, it's yeah.
Yeah, but we saw that coming for a while,
Well, so that's the only Google widget I can have is like the
Because,
and now he's
because
going to
Google,
complain.
yeah, you can't complain that Google didn't make no widgets.
Oh, I'm not
That's why
complaining about that. I just
Ted.
want it to look like my Pixel because this looks
Ted.
too nothing now.
But
Maybe I
Ted,
guess
the
I
way-
have to.
Just before the widget make look better for you, I thought the way you had it before you put that widget on.
Well, the weather widget, I don't know. It looks kind of weird.
Oh, I thought it looked kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad, but I don't know. You can't please me. I think that's what's happening here.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You just wanted a clean
on,
thing, and
Gary.
we got that to you. You wanted the date, and you got the date.
Will.
What more?
I know. I'm just gonna put a background to like fill in the
There you
void
go, the
of
background.
no icons here.
Hey, Will, Gary's being Gary again. Here you go.
I
Will.
see what he said. Ted, you can't be mad that YouTube isn't going to implement picture-in-picture. That's on Google.
Yeah, that is on Google. That is true.
Yeah.
That's not Apple.
Yeah,
That's all
that's true.
Google, man.
Now his sixth suggestion, Jerome.
But
Just
I
put
was saying,
apps on top to drop down the Google widget to make it
Oh.
look like the Pixel. Just put apps on the top.
So
I
and the Apple go to the bottom. The widget will move down to the bottom.
It'll push him down. Yeah.
yeah, that'll work.
Oh no! But that's not what I want. I want the date.
He wants
I
the
want-
date and the time. You
I want the
just gotta
date and the
wait
time with the
until-
weather, just like my
Just
Pixel
wait.
4a.
Just wait
like that.
until somebody makes the date and the time.
Yeah,
That's
You
what I
just gotta
want.
wait.
Is this?
Okay,
here.
there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
You gotta wait for that widget.
That's all right. I was about to give you a bad pun anyway. I said, forget the date. You'll take a fig and like it. You've missed that, haven't you? I know.
I do.
Oh man.
It's been a minute. All right, I need to find a nice wallpaper for my iPhone now.
Gary's like, just put it in the.
Hi, Crystal. Good to see you in here. You're missing all the fun. Jerome's learning how to rearrange his whole iPhone.
Yeah, Will and I. had
Yeah,
to
the
teach him how to
iPhone that
use
I
an
probably
iPhone.
won't be using.
Oh, I guess I need to show Crystal my new toy too. There's the Microsoft Surface Duo, which I haven't had any time to play with yet, but at least I got it.
Yeah, the real star is that Velvet that can do 5G. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah,
I can't believe they gave.
They gave me the whole package.
I can't believe they give. That's what I'm surprised about. That's awesome.
They sent me the entire package, and with a working AT&T SIM card.
This is still, it still looks weird. It needs the date up here. I just want it to look like my Pixel.
And as I was saying, it's
I gotta get a
ironic
pop.
that
I'll be back.
the
What?
Google widget actually looks better than on iOS than it does on Android.
Oh, for sure. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Anyway,
They
16
always,
is like
Ted, they're always going to look better on iPhone because Android has no rules. There's no rules on Android. You can do whatever you want.
Well, that's it's open. That's the idea.
The widgets
but
on
you can
Android
Google
are
has
ugly,
rules
man.
on their own apps for sure, like
No,
between
they
the
don't.
Google
No, they
app
don't.
and the
They don't
Google
even-
Calendar
they
and Google
don't
Maps.
They don't even follow their own material UI and all that. One app is one way, the other app's another way. They just do what they want, man.
To show you how sick I am, I've actually missed this kind of stuff. Okay.
What? Y'all made me
Ugly.
get up out of bed. Here, y'all complain. I was like, yo,
Big
Ted
house.
can't stop complaining.
Jerome started it.
I'm sure that's exactly what Will was
you know
saying
what?
when he watched it. Will was like,
I
"Stop
expect it.
complaining."
I expect it from Jerome. Jerome likes the Pixel. He's he'll get
We
over
all
it at some
we all
point.
get to blame Jerome.
When
This
they
is
was-
good.
I was hating on the Pixel for so long until the
I
phone
know.
came out.
Don't worry. When that one dies on you, you'll be hating on it again.
Right.
I look at it though. How is that iPhone 11? You're
Listen,
saying you
I told
like using the Pixel
somebody-
better than the iPhone.
I told somebody to get a 3A. She had it for like 7 months. It won't turn on no more. Google won't even replace it. Come on.
The 4A is so good though.
My
It's
3A
Alright.
is great. My 3A is still running great.
Hers wouldn't turn on, and Google won't replace it.
Yeah,
I
this
told
is-
her to go get a Motorola because
It's the
Google
first time
doesn't
I heard
care.
somebody having
Google-
problems with a 3A.
Google doesn't care about the Pixel anyway.
You know what phone I want though? I want the
You
wing.
want the I'm about
I
to
want
say
the
you
wing.
want the wing.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that wing! I would totally. I mean, it's gonna be
Jerome.
overpriced, but
Jerome,
yeah.
you would use that for a week and you'd be like, I hate this UI.
That's probably what would happen. You're probably right. You're probably right.
Not
That's what would
even.
happen.
Not even a week.
Now,
Maybe a couple days.
Jerome, you realize you're going to have to learn to pray with that because it has to be on the wing and a prayer.
Ah.
I can't. I can't escape it.
See that email?
He'll need a wing and a prayer to get the phone
Nah,
for free.
six. I got mine from Target.
Oh, Big House, and congratulations. Thank you, Big House. I'll be
Six,
spending a
I
lot of
got
time
mine,
learning how to use both this Surface Duo and the LG Velvet, and
That's
I
great,
have the
George.
LG.
I'm glad that LG. I'm glad that LG got in touch with you.
Well, you know what it was? RP3 told me that they would send me one. I sent her an email, and she said yes. And I get the next batch, and it showed up the other day.
That's great.
I'm gonna pick you up at 7.
All right, who's background? Is that Will?
Thursday.
That's not me. Who's that?
It ain't me.
And then it's
It wasn't
Ted.
me. Wasn't me.
Yeah. Your face gave you away. Yeah.
I should have just like turned it like, be quiet, stop.
Ted,
Hey,
you're coming
now.
in front.
But at least we know that Ted's not a good liar. He gives himself away. That's good.
You're coming at 7, Ted.
All right, are we going to continue with stories?
I feel like
All
Will
right,
and
let's-
Ted should have their own show and call it Will and Ted.
There you
Will and
go.
Ted's excellent tech adventure.
Oh, who's got number 5?
All right, now,
Ted and Will. Ted and Will. Will and Ted.
you want to
That's
read one,
really
or
Ted.
Will you want to read one?
Well,
Who
that's
wants-
fun.
Oh, hold on. Somebody else read it because I didn't even go to the page.
I can read it. What are we reading? The
Yeah.
iPad story?
Yep.
Story.
Yeah, I got it here. Let me know
Sharing
when you
this-
want me to.
Now, and this is on The Verge again.
Okay, so
Whenever you're
all right. Apple has sold more than 500 million iPads over the last decade. It's the first time Apple has confirmed iPad sales since 2018. Apple revealed that it has sold more than 500 million iPads over the last 10 years. The announcement was made by CEO Tim Cook during Apple's Time Flies live stream event, in which the company revealed a pair of new Apple Watch devices and an updated base model iPad and new iPad Air. Also, if anybody wants to buy my Apple Watch Series 3, please let me know. I'll sell it to you. This is the first time. This is the first time Apple. I'm just here for that. This is the first time Apple has disclosed how many iPads it sold after the company said in November 2018 it would no longer reveal unit sales of iPhones, iPads, and Macs in its quarterly earnings reports. The new 8th generation base model iPad announced today sports a 10.2-inch screen and an A12 chipset, first seen in the iPad Air and iPad mini models released last year. The new iPad Air announced today comes with the new A14 Bionic chip and design more closely resembling that of the iPad Pro. Oh,
Yep.
Easy one for me. Good. But yeah, I want to buy another Apple Watch, but I want one with the always on display. Maybe I can get a 5, right? 5 has always on display, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
has always
the
on
five's
display.
not always on.
Okay. So yeah, I'll be getting the SE, but I'm just waiting for when the phone comes out. I'll just order them both together, and then
You're gonna get what?
I'm gonna get
What are you
the
getting, George?
Will is like, what?
when the 12 comes out. I'm
George,
gonna get
hold on. George,
the
what do you have now?
12, and I'm gonna get the Watch SE.
George,
George
what watch
has
do you
a
have now?
Pixel 4a, a Galaxy S.
No, wait, hold on, Ted. What watch do you got?
Series 3.
Why are you gonna go backwards?
I'm going to get the new
with the SE?
brand new SE watch.
You're not, and it has nothing.
I don't need anything. I'm the healthiest person I know. I don't need that
Bigger
stuff.
screen, it's got the new
Huh?
processor, so it's
No,
faster.
George, what are you getting it for? You're not gaining nothing.
Okay, I've already
He's-
been to
he's
the
getting-
article going.
He's getting the altimeter. He's getting the altimeter.
Yeah,
So that
And I'm gaining
he's
a new
watching
chip.
the Tour de France. So when as
Getting
the
a what?
cyclists go up the
Oh,
hill, he can
I
check
don't
the
get it.
altimeter for them.
I guess
I can stick my wrist into the TV though. Okay.
because there's no features on it. It doesn't have nothing.
It doesn't have two features, both of which I don't need because I certainly don't.
So your Series 3 is doing the same thing that one's gonna do.
See, so
Yeah.
that's kind of how I felt about it, George. Is I felt like
Minus
if
the
I bought
altimeter.
a, because I was gonna buy an SE.
If you're gonna
I was
guess,
like,
I'm gonna
but
get a
then-
6 or
but then I don't
5.
know. I feel like my Series 3 would be too
It's
similar
the
to
same.
the SE.
It's the
I'm
same.
gonna,
You're not
I'm gonna
getting
get
nothing.
the second tier phone, and I'm going to get the SE. That's it.
George is like, there's no,
George,
don't talk to me about it. That's
There's
what I'm
no
getting.
discussion. This is not a discussable item.
George, you can send me the 279.
No.
You
No,
know,
because I'll probably end up giving my iPhone 11 to Eleanor, and she'll get the watch. She's the one who bought me the watch in the first place.
I guess it's just such. I guess that way. You were buying this because
Will's
It
like,
was
give me
amazing.
the 279, and then I'll give you
You
your
could've-
Series
you could've
3
sent-
and say, here's your SE.
Yeah.
Hey, you're the guy to get.
the series.
You're the
Get
guy
the
to get
series
free
three,
phones
buy you a
from
new
Google.
band.
Don't talk to me.
Yeah,
You're the guy to get free phones from
Don't
Google.
worry. Don't worry, George. Google's gonna send you a check in the mail soon. Don't worry.
Yeah,
As soon
well,
as that lawsuit clears, we're all gonna get a check.
Oh yeah, I already had that $10 spent for that lawsuit.
that's
Yeah, I forgot
true.
to
Sure,
do
we'll
that.
be getting one. We'll be getting one for the Pixel 4 because the batteries are popping off.
It already. Oh, the 3 is the one where the battery's popping.
Yeah, the
off.
3 has this.
No, the 4 too. The 4 is the batteries are coming off.
Oh, I didn't
I didn't
realize
hear
that.
about
Yeah,
Mine hasn't-
they're coming off too.
Mine hasn't done that yet, but it's because it doesn't. I don't even turn it. Can't the battery's
Wait till
dead.
you. Don't
He
worry,
leaves
it's
it
coming.
off. How did you?
That'll keep her from doing that.
Google. How long, Jerome? You ain't been on the stream in a minute. How
Yeah,
long
it's
you
been a
think
while.
it's going to be? I seen you were talking about the Pixel exclusives are dead. How long before call screen is on Samsung? They're just testing it. It's already in the App Store. They're just
Is it
testing
really?
They're slowly rolling the features to the Google phone app. They
Yeah,
just changed the name of it and everything. They're about
Yeah, I
to,
heard
they're
they
gonna put
renamed
on
it.
there.
Right? They renamed the
Yeah,
Google
yeah,
phone.
it's
app.
coming. The Pixel's gonna die, man. The Pixel's gonna be dead.
But
Google
I need stock Android to live. That's the problem.
It's not even
For
stock
what?
Android.
It's not even stock anymore.
Well, I mean, stocker than anything else.
Man,
Soccer.
nah. What happened to Fuchsia? Did it die?
Yeah,
Google
Future, yeah.
changed. Google
Yeah,
changed
I
their
don't know
mind
what
already.
Future was supposed to-
I was excited about Future, and they just
Google-
let that go. You know.
Google
I didn't
changed
even-
their
I didn't
mind.
even
they're still
remember
working
how
on
that
it. It's just for internal. It's just for internal stuff. That whatever
Well,
they're
Future
doing.
was going to replace the whole operating system, and it was.
Hey, can I ask you guys a question? I was talking about this on my stream earlier today, but they released new photos or whatever of the new smart speaker or whatever for Google Home, which I don't. It's like, why would I spend $100 for another smart speaker that does exactly what mine does right now that I bought for $20? But
Because it's Google. The same
Well-
reason you're going to buy a Pixel 5. That doesn't-
I thought it was
Wait,
just the cheaper version of the Home Mac, right?
Hold on,
It's
hold
the
on.
cheaper version of the Home Mac.
I-
Same reason,
I have a-
Jerome. You
I have a
to
question
buy it.
though. Does anybody know, is there a way that I can listen on my Google Home? Can I play when I watch something on TV, can I have it play on my Google Home speakers? Is that a thing or is that not a thing?
I don't think, not
Nah,
that I
you
know
can't.
of.
You can't.
That's I wish
You know
I
what?
wish
You
it had
can
that
do
feature.
You can do it on I think the Max. If you had the big hub, I think that has an output.
Yeah, so I've
You
like
do
I,
it if you do it over Bluetooth.
no, so I did. So I was like, for example, if I wanted to like use my Pixel 4a and watch a video on my Pixel 4a, it could
Right.
play all the audio on my Google Homes. But if I hook it up to the TV, it doesn't work, which is
Can't go
weird.
through. Okay, yeah.
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 I'm waiting for them to add that because I feel like that would be a great way to have like a cheap version of Sonos, you know?
Exactly.
They're not going to add that. They're going to make you buy something.
Jay
You're gonna
Will said
probably
you
have to
can.
buy.
How?
wait,
I need someone to
You know
explain
that
how.
means. You know that means you gotta.
Jane Will is saying yes, you can.
All right, George, you got to give him the link.
Yeah, I need instructions on how to do it.
At this point, we're just gonna invite all the technicians to help out.
See, if Jay says he's.
I mean, I could use all the help I can get.
So Jay Well is saying that he's had his TV cast the audio to another Google speaker. I remember.
I've been trying to look. I've been trying to figure out a way to do it.
I don't think
because-
he's going to misunderstand. If he's saying he's done it, I'm going to bet you he's done it. So somehow we got to get Jay to get you instructions on how to do it. This is
I'm looking at the chat right now. I'm like, look, he's got my attention.
yeah.
He had my curiosity before, but now he's got
Right.
our attention.
All right, Jay, they want instructions if you can find a way to send us instructions.
There's
There's-
nothing special about it. How do you do
I
it?
just-
You
I know
can't
your
use that.
Google Home can show up as a Bluetooth device. So I guess if your TV can,
Yeah, you could do
I've
a
tried it.
You could do
I've-
that via Bluetooth. Just tell you the speaker, hey, connect over Bluetooth,
Maybe-
and then connect it
maybe
to your
you need
speaker.
maybe
I mean,
you need
connect it
a
to your TV.
audio thing connected first.
But how do you cast something from your TV to
Your speaker.
that speaker?
Yeah, that's all I'm trying to do.
So he's doing it over Bluetooth,
Yeah, he said
Jerome.
he's doing it over Bluetooth. Yep.
Well, I don't think my TV has Bluetooth.
And that's what's stopping you. That's what it is.
Oh, then just add the adapter. That's like a $5 fix right there.
Really?
Oh, that's fine. Okay, so you got to get
Yeah.
an adapter. There you
Oh,
go.
that would be
Yeah.
sweet.
There you go.
Because like even though I know I live in like this shoebox studio, sometimes if I'm in bed and I want to watch TV, like it would be great to have a speaker closer than just the speaker right here. You know?
JL says you should upgrade the TV. You could just buy the adapters. like
Nah,
$5.
I don't got money to buy a new TV. Like I'm like living on like a shoestring budget as it
you
is.
work more than anybody in the world.
Yeah. Do you know how much money? You know how much money YouTube pays me? Like $2 a day.
Yeah, well,
Well, I guess you could sell that iPhone since you're
That
not
I
even using
understand.
it. Or the
No,
Pixel
I could,
4.
no, I could sell this and make money from it. I just haven't used it in forever. My
You haven't
Huawei.
I
Oh
was
my
gonna say,
god!
you can get the money for
How
that.
do you like that Pixel 4 over your Pixel 4? That's what I'm confused about.
How
Have
do
you
I
used,
what?
Like,
How do
how
I
do you
like
like your
Pixel
Pixel
4a
4a
better than the
over your
Pixel
Pixel
4?
easy?
4?
I can give you
Because
easy.
the battery,
Battery,
Pixel 4 is
battery,
always dead.
the rear fingerprint reader.
Okay,
those-
but with the new update, with the new Android update, how has that improved battery for the Pixel 4?
I don't know because I haven't
Nothing.
turned on the Pixel 4.
Ted,
No, he doesn't.
Ted, Ted, nothing is improving that battery, man. The battery's
Yeah,
bad.
I agree.
Google
Ted.
knows
It
it's
sounds like
bad.
that battery is just bad. Period.
That bad. Yeah, the Google made a mistake with the Pixel 4.
Jerome knew it was bad when he bought it.
That's why I was bitching about it from day one.
Jerome knew it was bad. That's the only reason I used to buy the XL Pixel was for the bigger battery.
See, yeah, Big House is saying I should just buy a sound bar. But so that's the thing, Big House. Like I owned the entire Sonos thing before I moved to LA. And then I don't want to spend money again for like I have Google Minis. I might as well just use them. So if
it looks like you got prime real estate up for a soundbar right there on that white table, Jerome.
yeah, I know, but that's no. I was thinking of actually
Yeah.
putting. Are you zooming in to zoom into like my?
He's zooming himself in, and he thinks
That's the greatest thing. I feel like I need to clip that. No, I was thinking about buying an Xbox Series S and then using that as like a Plex server to play like my ripped Blu-rays and stuff.
Okay.
That's what I want to put there. Anyway, I know we're probably way off topic, so I was
That's
curious,
okay.
but I'm
so
glad.
$299 to solve a problem. What
Well, wait.
$100 soundbar could have done.
No. The soundbar is a completely that's just for
He
sound.
wants to buy it to stream his movies.
Yeah, I want.
okay.
I want it to stream
Or-
everything. I want it to stream. I want my Google Home Minis to stream all my audio. That's what I want to stream my TV audio.
But
I want a Plex server to play all my Blu-rays and DVDs that I have here off of just like one device. I don't want to. I don't want to
be a way to do it though. I think if you had the NVIDIA Shield TV, you could do it. Where that might be the only thing because it has Android TV. It might be able to cast something out. So you might be able to cast the audio from the NVIDIA Shield to a player,
Well, wait.
and that
if,
has Plex.
but
and
if
that
you're
has Plex and Kodi.
oh, it does.
But I agree with Jay Will. If you have a TV with Bluetooth, why shouldn't you be able to send it where you want?
Wait. So what do
but
I
he
look
doesn't
for on
wanna buy a
Amazon?
new TV.
Do I look for a Bluetooth dongle TV or something, or how does this work?
Yeah, just a Bluetooth.
Yeah, you said $5. That's just a $5 thing on Amazon.
I don't know. I don't even know
I
how
remember
this
it was
works.
like $5 on Bluetooth, the Insignia brand.
I have no idea how this works. So
All
what
right,
do I?
Ted,
All right.
you're going to have to send him an email on what to get.
Okay.
You just
All
gotta
right.
You just gotta get something that's gonna put Bluetooth on your TV. You should just
Or you
look
just
for
get-
adapter or something.
I see what you're saying.
See, Jay has everything. That I
Okay,
can
Jay.
say.
All right. He's the one to ask. Like, does your NVIDIA Shield can that cast audio out? I know it has Plex and Kodi. And
Yeah,
we're
so
just holding our breaths.
but Gary has a good point too, and Gary says just wait until the
I
30th
agree.
and get the new Chromecast with Android
I'm
TV.
thinking about the new Chromecast. with
Yeah,
Android
actually, that's a good point, Gary. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well,
is that
'cause-
gonna let you do what you want to do?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
right now I have a Chromecast Ultra, but I don't know if that new Chromecast is going to do what I want it to
Is that
do.
gonna
No, it's not.
It probably
Android
isn't.
TV is
It's not
different.
gonna do all that.
But if it has Android TV, well, maybe a way.
Yeah, but he wants to stream to his speaker, so he needs
Yeah.
to have it on his TV.
But I would think,
Yeah.
I think anything with Bluetooth would allow him to do that somehow. I would think.
I don't know. I personally say, forget the Xbox and just get the NVIDIA Shield, which should be able to do it and would have your Plex
Well,
and Kodi,
wait.
and it's
So
cheaper.
so hold on.
Jerome, they got them on Amazon, $15.
Can you
I don't
link
know.
me? So
There you
like
go.
we're talking about two completely separate different
You
things
just type
here.
in, just go
Yeah.
in
I'm
and
just
type
bringing it
in-
together, Jerome.
type
True,
type
but I'm
in
bringing them together.
TV Bluetooth adapter.
Thank you,
There you
Will.
go.
No,
There you go.
Ted, you're like Ted. What I'm trying to say is like the NVIDIA Shield TV would be great, but I also have I think almost a terabyte worth of ripped media files. So are you telling me that those ripped media files will work with an NVIDIA Shield? I still have to connect like a hard drive to it, right?
Yeah,
See,
you can.
oh, I
though.
can.
And I think it even has internal storage. I'm not sure how much, Joel. How much
Well, that
internal
wouldn't
storage?
be. Yeah, I'm sure.
think
it
it's a-
won't.
I think it's 512.
But
Yeah,
Jay is
I-
still saying the TV thing will work with Bluetooth. So I guess what Will is sending you should get you to the speakers at least.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Let me do that first.
Yeah.
The other one's a more expensive answer. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, let's look for the Bluetooth Bluetooth.
You want me to send it, bro?
Yeah, Will's already
What
found.
did you say, Will?
Okay.
Where do you want me to send it?
Just
Telegram?
wherever. Telegram.
Okay.
The best messaging
Oh,
app
Jerome,
ever.
they're solving all your problems tonight.
Oh yeah, no, I do it now when I stream with my audience. I ask them questions. They know I
Yeah.
don't know everything. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I know everything. I'm phone
Got it.
Jerome, but I don't know everything.
Jerome, the best was when you were pleading with Google. Was that today or yesterday?
I was pleading with
That
Google
was today.
yesterday.
That was today.
No, no.
What
Yeah.
were you pleading with Google about?
Oh, telling them that. So
enough.
Google replied to one of my photos that I posted on Instagram. That I posted with the Pixel 4a, and I'm like, oh, so you guys are going to talk to me here, but you're going to stop giving me Google. Anyway, I just made this big, and then I think someone commented and was like, I don't know, said something stupid. It's like I was joking, guy. Like, don't. Yeah, people are dumb.
You why
Anyway.
they send you a pixel, man?
Yeah, I'm
What's
always.
I
that?
know why.
Yeah, they've never sent me a pixel, but they recognized a couple of my pictures from the 4A too. But they still haven't sent
I
me a
know why
pixel.
they won't send it to you because you're gonna tell the truth. They don't want to hear that.
Yeah, that's
They don't
the
buy it
problem.
anyway. That's the
They don't
thing.
want to hear
They,
that.
they need people to actually buy the phone. So yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear
And
that.
you
No, because I'm not
Yeah.
bending over for
After-
anyone. So,
Yeah.
All right. Now
But
we
you
can go
never
to
know.
another.
They should have sent you the 4 because you're promoting the 4A. I mean, yeah, the 4A. They should have
true.
sent you that.
All right, Will, are you ready to read a story?
Oh yeah. Let me see. Which one?
The
Which one are we on? Which one are
number
we on?
6.
TikTok story, number 6.
Dang, I had to get this one. TikTok. Come on. TikTok is dead, right?
it's gonna be dead.
What's going on with TikTok? I see somebody at my
Actually,
job.
let me take this one. You can get number 7.
Oh, go
How about
ahead.
that?
Great. Go ahead. Take it. What happened? Number 7 is too long.
No,
We're
number
back to
7 is
that.
about
He already had the long one.
Oh, okay.
fine.
Go ahead, Ted. Ted, you can have TikTok.
All right. TikTok will spin off into a separate company, partly owned by Oracle. Do Oracle plans to take an ownership stake in the newly formed TikTok Corporation as a part of the recently announced deal, the Financial Times report. I actually did not even see that coming. That was like, oof. I thought they were just in it to make the price higher for Microsoft, but damn, this got twists and turns.
Well, the president is buddies with the CEO of TikTok. I mean, of Oracle. I think that's part of it.
The new arrangement will not cleave off TikTok regionally, but it will create a separate corporate entity for the app in which Oracle will take a minority stake. Oracle will ensure that the data from American users is stored and processed in the United States per recommendations of the Committee on Foreign Investment in the U.S. TikTok was already headquartered in California, with nominal independence from ByteDance China's operation. The main change made by the deal is Oracle's minority stake in the company, the size of which is still unclear. But while Oracle's stakes make TikTok a more legally distinct corporation, it's still likely that the resulting company will rely on algorithms and applications developed and deployed from China. TikTok has committed to increasing hiring within the U.S., and in an interview with CNBC, Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin described the deal as part of a broader effort to establish TikTok as a U.S. headquartered company. It's also unclear whether the new agreement will result in changes to how TikTok operates or whether it will meaningfully address the security concerns that first motivated the proposed ban. As former Facebook security chief Alex Stamos put it in Twitter, a deal where Oracle takes over hosting without source code and significant operational changes would not address any of the legitimate concerns about TikTok. Announced on
I
Sunday,
agree
the
with
Oracle
that
deal,
100%.
Yeah. Announced on Sunday, the Oracle deal is
That's not going to change anything.
Announced
Right,
on
I'm
Sunday,
sorry.
the Oracle deal is part of a last-minute effort to prevent the app from being banned in the United States, as threatened by President Trump. The president has yet to formally approve the deal, and according to the Financial Times, crucial details are still being determined. The national
But
security
I
limitations.
agree with that guy. This deal is not going to change any security concerns, and it's not going to go through. And I should mention, about 10 minutes before Ted and I got on, I saw an article that said the TikTok deal is dead. I never got to click on it, though. So it may be done.
Didn't they say that they were going to stop putting it in the Play Store and the iOS or App
Yeah,
Store?
this Sunday. this Sunday.
Yeah.
It's not going to be in the Play Store.
God,
Actually.
I mean,
And
this
at
is
this
all
point- at
this is all
point,
just
the
fueled
whole
by
thing
money.
with China, there's a whole bunch of countries that are starting to ban Chinese stuff. So it's not just us.
And then China's saying that no Chinese company can give up source code to another government agency. So
Exactly,
like,
because the only way you can start a business in China is to agree that they can come in and do what they want to when they need to. Otherwise, you are not allowed to start a business. Period.
Sounds like the U.S.
Yeah, well, it's getting there. It's getting there. And Australia is accusing them of all kinds of spying, and payoffs.
and
But
ongoing part.
Australia, they're the most locked down company in the world right now, including North Korea and Iran. So you're better off getting freedom in North Korea and in Iran than you are in Australia right this very second.
Australia is always a interesting place.
You cannot leave your home for more than 1 hour a day, and you better be within 5 miles of your house. And cops will check on it, and they will slam you to the ground, male or female, if they catch you.
Somebody messaged me about that, saying that.
Yeah, they've been doing it for weeks. They've been throwing women on the ground and all kinds of stuff for not wearing a mask. Cops ganging up on them, all kinds of stupid crap.
But isn't it because of coronavirus? Is that what they're doing?
It's supposedly because of coronavirus. They have one of the lowest coronavirus cases in the world.
But that isn't that because of the thing?
I mean, why else? Why else?
Draconian measures. They actually had
Usually-
high numbers before, if I remember.
No, only Victoria. But the excuse is coronavirus. But it turns out the guy who's the head of Victoria is an egomaniac, and the prime minister won't do anything to stop him. And everybody's calling the prime minister a
Sounds
wimp.
like our president.
Real.
I don't know. Our president would improve. The president is like, you got to dominate, and he's like, all right, hold my beer.
Yeah, this prime minister is doing absolutely nothing while people are getting beat up in the streets all the time.
It also sounds like our country. So what's the difference?
But the people getting beat up in the streets here are by black people, not like over there. Over there, Trump is beating up everybody.
Yeah, they probably don't have black people there. I don't know.
They do. They're called Aborigines.
There you go.
Actually,
And they're-
one of the guys that I follow on YouTube, who's got like 6 million subscribers now, he's an Aborigine and he's extremely intelligent.
Well, I wasn't questioning anyone's intelligence.
I'm sure that's why
I never
George
said
mentioned
anything.
it. Don't worry. I don't think that's why George mentioned
When you say you don't have any black people, this guy, if you ever catch Cold Fusion TV, this guy makes the most interesting videos in the world, and he does all kinds of stuff, and he investigates every little thing about a company from the beginning of time, and he's great at it. And he's a songwriter too.
But yeah, Australia did some horrible stuff to the Aborigines, like what the U.S. did to blacks, in terms of,
So now
freeing them out
doing it
and
to
all
everybody who's there, no matter what color they are or where they're from. They just gonna
Yep.
press the crap out of everybody, and you better like it.
I
Okay,
did
so
hear that
George-
lockdown was
Yeah.
real strict, though. I heard it was
Do
real
you
strict.
like the duo, George? Are you having problems swiping and all that?
No,
I don't think he's.
even used it.
I saw an Erica Griffin's video before I got it. She said the swiping on the real thing is not like in the store. She said in the store she had problems with the swiping, but no, I haven't had one problem swiping since I got it. So she was right.
I thought you had the problems with the swiping, and Eleanor
I
was
did
like,
in the store. And
Okay, yeah.
And Erica Griffin said she had the same issue. Well, since I've gotten it, no problems at all.
Have you gotten any updates while you
Yes,
got
there
it?
was an update the second I turned it on. You can see it in my video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Windows
And
11.
any more since then?
Yeah, I'm hoping. No, not yet. But I'm hoping for Windows 11. That's what I'm hoping.
Windows 11. And
I meant
he wants Windows 11, gentlemen.
Android 11. Boy, you fucked me on that one, didn't you? He enjoyed that. He enjoyed that.
I did enjoy it.
That's all right. At work, I'm known as the most gullible one, too. So I'm used to it. It's because I have such an innocent heart.
Oh, God.
Okay. Oh, let me get to this last paragraph. The
That was
National
the king of
Security. Sorry, George. They're gonna let you live it down.
That's
Okay,
okay. I don't
here we go.
mind. I don't mind.
All right. The national security
All right,
limitations.
Will, do you want to read the next story?
Yeah, yeah, I'm ready.
All right. The one
Sounds like I
about the,
didn't even finish. Oh, I'm gonna order this Bluetooth thing. Let me do this.
Microsoft announces Windows 11. Now let me start.
That's not a story.
Breaking news.
Okay.
Oh, man. Ooh, that's a good
All
one.
right, I'll let you guys get it all out first.
Hold on. Gotta go get something real quick.
Oh God! All right. The CBP sees OnePlus buds. as
Wait.
counterfeit
Look at this. You even got Big House in on it now. You see that?
AirPods.
I didn't see it.
All right. Wait.
Oh. Big ass.
Oh,
Now I
man.
got to pull up the story all over again.
Yeah.
Give me a minute.
Oh God!
It's all right. Have fun at the old man's expense. That's okay.
Gary, oh my God, Gary, how did I miss that? Gary is crazy.
Oh, what did
What did Gary
Gary say?
say?
I didn't see it.
Gary is stupid. Oh man, not it's not. Gary is
That's
crazy.
Ted went and got his copy of Windows 11.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
On DVD.
Nah, not that one, but it's all right. Anyway,
Yeah. I don't. I don't go
CBP
that far.
OnePlus buds as counterfeit AirPods. Now it's doubling down.
I
U.S.
heard
government has detained thousands of wireless earbuds on suspicion of being fake Apple goods.
Yeah. This shows you how dumb these people can be. Okay.
Oh, God. Damn it.
It was a big moment for U.S. Customs and Border Protection on August 31st. The agency had intercepted a shipment of what it determined to be 2,000 counterfeit Apple AirPods at the JFK International Airport cargo facility en route from Hong Kong to Nevada. The CBP crowed about its haul on Twitter Sunday, saying the merchandise would have a value of $398,000 had it been genuine. There was only one problem. The merchandise was genuine. They were OnePlus buds and clearly labeled as such. They cost $8 a pop. The CBP's tweet was met with swift and robust derision from those familiar with OnePlus, a popular Chinese-based purveyor of quality budget smartphones and other consumer tech. Even the OnePlus US Twitter account offered a cheeky reply, "Hey, give those back." Everyone had a good laugh at the presumed mix-up except for the CBP, which on Monday made it clear that it absolutely not backing down. They got a thing from Twitter showing the officer.
It's a new version of the AirPods, huh?
I think
Yeah, I
the
know,
fact
right?
that doubling down is just going to make them look worse, but who
The
knows?
case looks a little funny. Upon
The
examining
Pixel buds.
They're like these
Yeah,
new
right.
AirPods have a blue color. New color.
Upon examining the shipment in question, the CBP import specialist determined that the subject earbuds appeared to violate Apple's trademark. The agency said in a statement shared with Wired, the CBP seizure of the earbuds in question is unrelated to the images or language on the box. The company does not have to put an Apple word mark or design on their products to violate these trademarks. Apple did not respond to a request for comment. OnePlus declined to comment. The CBP helps enforce the intellectual property rights of U.S. companies by preventing goods suspected of infringing on those trademarks from entering the country. OnePlus buds certainly look similar to Apple's ubiquitous cotton swab ear hangers, but cheaper devices seemingly inspired by Cupertino's designs are every bit as endemic to the tech industry as Pulse, whoever that is, deliveries and frightfully inflated valuations. Surely there's a distinction between outright counterfeit Apple AirPods and a company selling its products under its own name and branding. Well, not as far as the CBP is concerned. Their analysis is supposed to be fairly methodical, where basically they look at the copy of whatever has been registered with the trademark office and visually compare that with what has been shipped in the container, said Richard McKenna, a partner at Foley and Lardner LLP, who focuses on intellectual property law. The branding that appears on the allegedly infringing product, that's really not for customs to worry about. They're just looking at whether the product configuration itself looks like the product configuration that is registered as a trademark. It quacks like a duck.
To me, they got
Uh,
two problems here. It looks like Apple AirPods, so they refuse to read the name of the company. That seems weird.
No. It doesn't matter about the name of the company. If it
They're
looks
saying
like
that
something,
if it looks too much like AirPods, they're going to seize it, I guess.
There's
That's what I'm saying.
100 of them out there like that.
They don't care
you
what
gotta-
it says
yeah,
on it.
you gotta
doesn't
think
matter how many they are.
they're not tech people probably either, and they're probably guys who are making like I don't know, maybe they don't even care enough. They're just like, dude, these look like AirPods, so
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
you know.
All right, sorry.
Okay, the class okay, CBP is within its rights to call it a counterfeit duck, and the agency has familiarity with Apple counterfeits. They're so fluent that Apple participates in the agency's donations acceptance program, in which private companies donate relevant resources to help CBP spot fakes. According to a 2019 Government Accountability Office report, Apple contributes digital microscopes, lightning cable detectors, and iPhone power cords to help the agency authenticate products. Procter and Gamble,
Oh.
Otter, Cisco, and other companies participate.
that's
in the
why.
process as well.
That's why.
Yeah, Apple's like,
Apple's
like,
moving in
hey,
silence. I see.
No,
them.
that's
Apple
exactly.
AirPods. Apple sent everybody their AirPods and iPhones and new lightning cables,
See?
and they're like, "Take this stuff out of here."
That's the power of money right there. That's
McKenna says that the fact that OnePlus buds are listed at a little over half the cost of AirPods may have registered as another strike on the CBP's limited checklist. Selling something that looks so similar for so much less is likely to set off alarm.
So they're saying, okay, we're going to go with what it looks like, and we're not going to read the company label.
It's not even that, George.
We're going to look at the price. It doesn't make any sense.
No, it's not even. It's also the fact that Apple has their hands in this. Apple's making sure that like nobody is counterfeiting their stuff, and they that's why they're donating whatever, because they want to make sure that no one else profits off of their.
But half
whatever.
the world makes AirPods.
Gary.
Apples.
Suge Knight.
Okay. All right.
What did you say, Joe?
I said half the world makes AirPods that are copies of Apples.
Yeah, but these ones came from, I guess they came from China.
Yeah, but CBP Custom Borders caught these ones, so they get seized.
It just seems suspicious to me that out of all the copies, they catch the one that's the biggest company.
I'm sure they're not the only ones that have gotten caught with counterfeits.
Yeah, no, this is just the one you heard about. That's all.
Well, yeah,
this is the one that you heard about because it's actually a mistake.
They decided to brag about this one.
What the CBP seizure does not mean, though, is that OnePlus buds are suddenly verboten in the U.S. You can still buy them right now on most online electronics retailers. The final word on that belongs to the courts, not the CBP, and the legal system takes into account far more factors when considering trademark infringement. The legal test for infringement is like of confusion, which is where the clear branding comes into play. Someone would have to think they were buying an Apple product, even though OnePlus is on the box. So what happens next? The CBP will detain the OnePlus buds for up to 30 days. OnePlus, once notified, has the same amount of time to file a denial. And presumably the courts will eventually decide if Apple's trademark has been infringed upon, which the CBP itself made sure to note. The importer will have many opportunities through the adjudication process to produce evidence that their product does not violate the relevant recorded trademark. Imitators crop up in every industry. This year's runaway is next year's target sales rep. For CBP to take dramatic action against an established company like OnePlus is an unusual step. The U.S. government, as of late, has been noticeably more hostile towards Chinese companies trying to do business in the U.S., as reflected in the still uncertain fate of TikTok, among other recent actions. Still, given that China has been a major source of counterfeit and pirated goods for years, according to the CBP, it's unclear whether the OnePlus case is a broad political escalation. The vast majority of product seizures are pure counterfeits, and everyone knows it, says McKenna. How this particular shipment got into that categorization, I don't know, but this will be an interesting one to see what happens.
I'm thinking, Will, you may have a point, because isn't it possible that Apple could end up making OnePlus take these off the market entirely?
I don't think so.
I don't think it's a patent
I don't think
infringement.
so.
Actually.
I don't think
No.
so because of the like they said, the packaging and all that.
Okay.
And the
I
design
mean,
is different enough for
There's
the
other
Apple, so-
earbuds that look closer to. Like, look at what about the Pixel Buds? They didn't
But
mess with
Apple
them
could have got these out the
They're already-
market. They would have done so a
because they're
long time
already
ago.
near. It's just
I'm just thinking, Apple could end up trying to make them take that off the market.
it's just because it came from China. And how many of those you think they're selling here anyway?
2.
Well, actually, no. OnePlus is big enough for Apple to target. Yeah,
Yeah,
so I
of
guess
course it is.
yeah. So maybe Apple will do something. I don't know.
Just
I hope
think,
they do. You should
Jerome.
buy these buds. If you're gonna buy buds,
Jerome.
get them from One More.
What's up? What's up? Will?
Jerome, spatial audio on the AirPods Pros. You gotta
Gotta
try.
buy it. Spatial
You got it.
audio?
What have you tried that on, Will? What have you tried that on? I haven't.
I haven't tried it yet, but I know somebody who downloaded the movie. There's a movie that they tell you to try it on. It's like there's some movie that you can rent. But they
Oh,
said
because it separates it,
anything with,
right?
like Dolby
Yeah, it
Digital.
separates
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I would need something to test it out since
What's
I
the
only
movie?
watch YouTube.
Well, they
So
said it's got to have like Dolby Digital or whatever.
I'll have
But
to
he
check
said
it
it's
out.
incredible. He said it's crazy.
Well,
What movie to
I
watch
heard
to
that they
test
added it
out
on to
spatial
these are these
awareness
Yeah.
on
these are the new
iPad,
OnePlus Buds
iPod,
Pros.
iPod Pro.
So
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, they just got the update to Windows 11. I know they-
Okay. So both you guys has the AirPods Pro, right?
yeah.
yeah, I use the AirPods Pro.
I only have the original, so I don't even.
You know what? The AirPods Pro though on my Pixel 4a, it cuts off a lot. I mean,
Really?
I usually go for like I go for
Bro,
like an hour and a
bro.
half or 2 hour walk, and it usually cuts out at least once during
Pixel
my walk.
Bluetooth is trash.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think the 4a, I think the
Oh.
Bluetooth on it is awful on it. I mean, my iPhone doesn't cut out when I use the AirPods Pros. I mean, I guess I could say, well, I could use the headphone jack, but yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Why Google
I've
doesn't
been
get
using
Bluetooth
it
right.
But plus, when I go riding with my Pixel 4a, and no problem. And
I mean,
I think I had like Nexus phones. The Bluetooth has been bad, and they've
Yeah.
never gotten it right.
Like it's not awful, but it obviously for me it cuts off more than when I was using my iPhone 11 Pro. That's for
I've
sure.
never had these OnePlus Buds Plus
Yeah.
ever cut off while I was
Yeah,
listening.
these AirPods on me are like really temperamental, even when I'm connecting them between Apple products.
Even with Apple products, mine have been
Yeah.
solid with when I use mine.
Especially with the whole new update thing, like I think it's gotten worse. Like sometimes it doesn't actually connect. I have to go into the settings to connect it to Bluetooth.
Jerome, go buy the Pixel Buds.
No,
I can watch you rant.
No,
Go buy
I'm
the-
okay. I know people. So
Oh
people
my
on my,
God.
people on my
So,
stream
spatial
lately,
audio AirPods Pro.
they're telling me I need to buy them because they keep calling me Pixel Jerome lately. Because
They are
talking about.
they cut out so bad. Oh my god.
No, but I've heard they fixed it. I heard they put an update today.
No, they're lying. They cut out bad. 'Cause I tried them again. They don't They cut out terrible. They said they fixed them last month. They
Yeah,
cut
no,
out.
really?
You're right. They did say they fixed them last month too. So
Google can't. They can't fix that. They're terrible. You put the phone in your pocket, it turns off. You turn. Oh my god.
Oh, really?
Awful. Yeah, they were awful.
I'm glad I have the Bud. The same.
I do want to try something different though.
But I can't find this movie to test these features, the
It's called
spatial audio.
Dunkirk. It's called Dunkirk or something like that.
Oh,
Dunkirk?
okay.
Oh, that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty big movie.
He said it sounds like the people are shooting from in front of you. Then if you turn your head, it changes.
Where would I watch
It's
that?
crazy.
All right,
He
here's
said it's on Apple, whatever. He said he
Gary,
watched it on
Gary
Apple.
says they're better after the last update.
I mean, that's what I read, Gary. But Will's gonna say no. It isn't.
yeah, I was
It
going to
might
say
be better because I didn't drive yesterday.
Gary on the plus side and Will on the negative side.
The update before that, where they said they fixed it, it was still bad.
Yeah,
I don't know about
I know that
I'm not-
happened.
I'm
for
not
sure.
buying them again to try it again. No.
Okay.
I do want to try those jelly bean ones, whatever those are, the ones
Yeah,
from
the only
Samsung.
thing that
You're okay.
What are those?
the only thing that
These-
Boston
these
said about the
about.
jelly bean ones is
Oh.
that if you
They're
don't
alright.
work out, he said don't work out in the jelly bean
How
ones
much-
because they will not stay in your
They're not
ear.
that secure. They're
It's
not
not
like
a good fit.
No,
They
he just
fit,
said they're going to fall out.
Oh.
yeah, they'll fall. They can fall out if they don't fit right.
Flossie's always very straight up and honest. So
And I don't like the touch area on them. To me, they don't respond good enough when you're trying to
and I
end
remember
calls.
Flossie liked the
Interesting.
sound of them, but he said don't use these for workouts. You know.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to change and do something different than my AirPods Pros. But I mean, and like for I don't know if you guys knew this, but my AirPods Pros, they died on me. I had to get a complete new set.
Oh,
They
really?
they both went out on me after like I think 8 months or so. So they gave me a whole. They didn't change. I kept my case, but they just gave me new buds or
Right.
new
That's good.
AirPods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we got time for one more story. I guess I'm going to be reading this one. And
Yeah.
if you remember back to CES 2 years ago, well, the CES before this past one, this was the first one that had the foldable phone, and it was the first one that everybody made fun of.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah, so I was
Yeah.
surprised they're coming out with another one, but this is on Android Authority. Royale will unveil its FlexPi 2 foldable smartphone on September 21st. So that's only 3 days. So that'll be Monday.
FlexPi.
Yeah.
Improved screen, faster performance,
Yeah.
more cameras.
We shall see.
More cameras. That's what makes it better.
Details of
It's better.
FlexPi phone. Royale has announced via Ross Young and Gizmo China a new product launch on September 21st at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 10:30 a.m. Beijing. Oh, I didn't know they were exactly 12 hours. Okay, where it should formally unveil the FlexPi 2. The event will strive lean on Royale's website and YouTube. The company isn't providing many clues as to what you can expect, although the imagery from the invitation leaves little doubt that a foldable device is coming. Save the date. Royale has already confirmed that the FlexPi 2 will revolve around an improved display. The foldable phone will have a much brighter, more color-accurate screen, reportedly 7.8 inches, that isn't as prone to creasing. There should be a much stronger hinge too. You can likewise expect the phone to catch up in performance. Royale has already promised a Snapdragon 865 chip, dual mode 5G, 12 gigabytes of RAM, and a 50 milliamp battery. A leak from August also suggested it would join the ranks of phones with 4 cameras, including main 64 megapixel sensor, 16 megapixel and 8 megapixel shooters, and a 32 megapixel sensor that might be for front-facing shots. Royale hasn't offered any clues as to price and availability, although it's expected to undercut the other tablet foldable phones such as Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold 2 and Huawei's Mate X. The FlexPi 2 should represent a welcome improvement over Royale's rough around the edges original model. Yeah, that's an understatement. Whether or not it's not a compelling device is another matter. The FlexPi was pioneering, but rivals are now on second generation hardware. Royale's new foldable phone will have much fiercer competition, and there's no guarantee it will fare as well as offerings from well-heeled companies like Huawei and Samsung. So I was just surprised they were even coming out with one because they got basically laughed at CES, I think.
You know what this means?
What?
New Escobar phone, baby. That's right.
There you
Can't wait
go.
for the
There
third
you
edition. The third edition to the Escobar phone.
So I guess we can expect MKBHD and Mr. Who's the Boss to be making videos then.
Yep.
You think MKBHD got the Pixel 5 already?
He's gonna be like, I've been testing the Pixel 5 for 2 weeks, and these are my thoughts.
Yeah.
This phone for 2 years. Hi guys, I'm from the future.
It's a Pixel.
I've been in 2022 now for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, there you go.
Speaking of
COVID's
Pixel 5,
back.
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when the Pixel 4 5G comes out?
Well, I'm
Good, yeah,
buying
good,
both.
good.
I'm buying the 4A 5G
Jerome,
and the
wait.
5.
Jerome,
Are you buying both?
Jerome, tell me.
Yeah.
Wait.
What?
Jerome, why? I gotta
What you
ask you
know?
like George, why?
Why am I buying both?
Yeah.
No. I'm buying both, but I'm going to return one. I'm going to figure out whether the 4A 5G is the better deal or the 5. That's
Oh,
really that's the only reason I'm doing it.
What's the
So-
difference again?
So
The
at least from what we know, the processor is the same. They're both going to be 765Gs.
okay.
Yeah, I know. That face
I
explains
thought you
everything.
meant between the 4A,
Wait.
between the
Hold
4A
on.
and the
Jerome,
and the
what's
4A 5G.
in the Pixel 4a?
What's in the Pixel 4a? It's a 730, a Snap 730.
And you said that one has slowdown.
It for some apps, not everything.
So
Like-
so Google isn't making a flagship Pixel no more with like the
They're
best
not.
processor.
No,
No,
they're not. No.
So all their phones are going to slow down. That sucks. I'm done.
Maybe.
I'm done with
I don't know about that.
I would just they are. I would just go to a Samsung then. If it's slowing down and Jerome
Oh.
won't even game on his phone.
Will, you know you can't go to a Samsung. You know
I
you
tried.
can't.
No, I tried. I had an S20, but it was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
good luck
but-
with that emoji.
no, then you need to
Listen,
do the
listen.
A71 or something like that. I'm thinking.
The what? The 8? No, I had an S. The S20 was good, but it wasn't an iPhone.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't, man. Android is a mess.
I
man.
still
can't
love
do
my
it.
S20, but if I were
I'm-
going to buy another Samsung phone right now, I'd probably get the A71 or something in that line.
I'm still looking forward to the 4A 5G and the 5. I think they're both going to be good phones. We'll see if the 5 is worth
I'm
the
gonna-
650 though.
4A 5G as well. but-
Jerome, wait, Jerome.
What's up?
When we this last year, maybe you
Uh-huh.
said I'm gonna buy the Pixel phone and the iPhone,
Yeah.
but you just bought a Pixel phone. You're gonna
I know.
get the same amount of updates. Like I don't understand.
No, it's
The
not.
cameras
So-
are like they've been the same for like 3 years. I don't
Yeah.
understand what you're upgrading.
Are the cameras the same on both?
Yes.
I mean,
The cameras
from
will be the same
4,
on
they're the
both.
same.
So well, the 4A 5G and the 5 will have the ultra wide on it. That's the only difference as far as the camera. Now we don't know if the 5 is gonna have like anything special, but I think for the most part, I don't think it's gonna, unless they pull something out of their,
Yeah.
But here's the thing. The only reason that I own this 4A, the only reason that I have this phone right now is because at that price, at the $350 price point, nothing can, it's like the best bang for the buck phone you can buy.
I agree.
Like it literally.
No, I think the Poco X3 NFC. That's got.
So I just talked about that Poco X3 earlier today. So that Poco X3 NFC for $250 is a great deal. Like Big House knows. We were talking about it today.
I looked at that and it didn't look like is it you have to import it?
No, you can buy
Yeah.
it from
You have to
GearBest.
buy from GearBest.
Well,
so-
but-
those other.
But that phone is 200. That phone's $250, rocking a 732G chipset. So a
Yeah.
better chipset, a huge battery, 5,000, 5,100, 5,160 milliamp hours. But the problem with that phone
90 hertz
is
display. 90 hertz display.
120 hertz display.
120
120.
hertz.
For 250.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but the thing on that phone is one, the camera, and then two, the UI. And so I'm not saying it's not a bad deal. I think
Right.
that's a great deal at $250.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for a cheap phone, yeah, most people know you can get a cheap phone with a awful camera. I am pretty sure that Poco X3 NFC is not going to give you the camera experience that the Pixel 4a is going to give you.
If I were going to buy a phone in that same range and
Wait.
the camera really bad, I would buy the TCL phone then.
The
There you
phone
go.
is called the Poco F3 NFC because
X3.
Yeah, they got the NFC in the name. That's
Yeah.
wow.
That surprised me too.
No, you know why they do it? Because I feel like they think all consumers are stupid. That's why they keep adding 5G at the end of
Yeah,
everything.
but keep in mind, a lot of phones at that price point don't include any NFC. I'm
Oh, well,
thinking,
there you go.
Nobody even knows what NFC is. They just know if it has Apple Pay or Google Pay. So if they see NFC, they're like, "What's that mean?" That's just, oh my god.
well, then they're putting it in there for us, for people like us, is my guess.
Poco X3 NFC 5G. That's what they
Yeah.
need to call it.
Yeah.
One that like with the new OnePlus Nord, the OnePlus Nord N10 5G. That's what they're calling the one that's coming to the US.
And another terrible name, I think.
Yeah, awful name. Big House says that his eBay seller has it now for 128 gigs for $339.
Well, for 128 gig, I guess that's not bad.
No, it's a great price. It's cheaper than the Pixel 4a, but if I do a camera comparison, I can be like, hey, this, the camera is not going to be the same, but the battery is going to be gigantic, and
Exactly.
you'll get a bigger display. And
Jerome, you don't like your Huawei anymore?
I mean, I like it for the camera. I still haven't done a camera comparison.
You sound like somebody who's close to selling it to me.
No, who's gonna buy it at this point?
No one's gonna buy it. I'm gonna have to hold on to it because no one's gonna buy this phone. How can I sell this phone to someone that can't use Google services on it?
I don't know. How much you selling that for, though?
What I'm not selling it. I still want to do camera comparisons on it and stuff. It's
You
still,
ain't doing no camera comparison.
I'm probably not.
Because
I'm so busy. I have no time. I don't have time for anything. I've had to drop clients for work lately because I just don't have time to do everything.
Yeah, but
Jerome, you gotta come on every Friday when I'm not here.
video,
What?
you were talking then about doing a camera
I'm
comparison.
not here because you make me laugh. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna do camera comparisons. I'm probably not.
Do you know? You know what? A lot of it has to do with like how much.
You know,
Much.
isn't it even worth it? You do all those videos, all them hours of editing. What do you
So
get,
that's
$10?
no, but that's exactly what I'm saying, Will. That's why, because even though I love doing it, the payoff on it is not the 12 to 16 hours to work on it. Just does not. Do you know that I am making more money making my fasting videos now than I'm making on ad
Sure you
revenue
are.
on YouTube on my Phone Jerome channel? I make better money on Phone Jerome with super chats than ad revenue, but my fasting channel, which only has 1,300 subscribers, gets more money in ad revenue than Phone Jerome. That is sad. That's so sad.
But at least you
Yeah.
make some money. That's good.
Because
I guess you need to start eating on Phone Jerome then. Shoot.
People want to see you eat on camera. That's what it means.
Yeah, just
Wow.
start carrying on a bag of Doritos or something.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I'll tell you.
it's free. It doesn't cost you nothing to fast. Nobody's changing their phone every week except for
Yeah,
people
there's
like
also
us.
no costs involved. I don't have to buy a new phone to get
You gotta
to watch
buy
my
nothing.
videos.
Yeah, exactly. So good for you, Jerome.
Jerome, why don't you put your PayPal in the thing? 'Cause
I
don't like
know.
sending you money and Google takes 30%.
I know. Everyone's been telling me that.
Crazy.
I know.
You
I
pay
was-
$3 and you're like, oh, Jerome's only getting $2.
I know. Yeah. It was like when someone donated $100 to me and it's like, oh, I only get 70 of that. Like it's
Damn.
I thought about putting my PayPal in too, but I keep thinking I'm not much for begging people for money.
Jerome, you know what? It hurts for you, but think about how they feel. They think they're giving you $100 and 30 of it is just flying away.
you're right. You're right. No, and that's what people say too, is
You're
like,
doing a disservice to the people who are donating to you.
But if the two biggest are the ones that made that the standard, what can you do about it? Nothing.
well,
but I'm
you
saying,
could
put your
just tell people
PayPal.
to donate in
Your-
other places.
Yeah.
Put your Cash App. Get Cash App and put it on there.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I was just, that's what I was looking up right now. I was looking up Cash App. Like, hey, can't you just give your Cash App?
yeah, people have told me to look at Streamlabs as well. Like Streamlabs is a way that you can link your PayPal and you'll still get people to, like, the pop-up will come, just like Twitch. When you see a pop-up with a donation, it's like that, but they only take 2%, which is so much better than 30. Anyway.
All right. Will, are you working tonight?
Yes, I am. The Surface Duo doesn't have
Well,
NFC for $1,300. That is ridiculous.
who had the Apple phone for $6,600 or something like that? The fancy
What?
Apple phone.
Not me.
No, I saw it today on somebody's.
See, Jerome, Keystone,
I know-
Texas,
I know.
Cash
Keystone. I know. I gotta switch it up. I mean, it makes, but that's the thing.
Oh,
It's like,
George,
it makes me wonder if I have to, the
caviar phone, George.
yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. Instead of super chats, I'll tell people to just submit to, I'll have to take a look at it.
Would you say, Ted?
You're thinking about the caviar phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Caviar phone.
Yeah, you just send in your iPhone and then they just make it up into gold and rubies and all that, and then they give it back to you.
for $6,600.
I'm about to buy that. I'm about to buy that.
Oh, that's for people. That's for people with deep pockets. I see what you're
I'm looking
saying.
at my iPhone. And you can
That's
see
what-
that.
It's for fools who don't know what to do with their money.
Jeff Bezos' phone right there.
There you go. Yep.
Mm.
All right, guys. Hey, I am so glad you two came back in. It made me feel great because I didn't expect it.
You're. That's.
But
it's great
guys,
to be on.
there's one last story. Facebook.
Yeah,
First,
we don't.
Mark Glass.
I
I gotta go to work.
We'll
You gotta go to work?
We'll pass on that. one.
Wow, I'm surprised you came on, even though you
It
gotta
was
go to work.
impromptu. I couldn't take it hearing y'all whine about widgets.
He just wanted somebody to argue
I was
and
laying down trying to
about
sleep,
Google.
and I was like, "Oh my god, he keeps talking about widgets." And then you were like, "I can't take the apps off my screen." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah,
Oh,
now I
man.
can, but now it's too naked.
Oh, you sound like my friend. He
Oh,
said the same.
So now
I
it's
mean, I put the weather app back on because I was getting annoyed.
now,
So
now
now
he's
we
going the other
I
way.
didn't gain
really
nothing
use
from
that iPhone. That's the thing.
Now, wait. Here's the thing. You wanted to be able to do something to your screen different. Now you can take all the apps off, and you're still not happy.
No,
Yes.
because it looks too naked.
Because you know why? That's why you like Android, because it's like a toy. You can
Looks-
move stuff, and
That's
play
It
with
looks
it.
so much
and
better on
sit here.
this.
You can
No,
just
but that's the
fidget
thing. I
and mess with it.
don't do all that stuff on Android. I don't. You know I don't put widgets on it.
So
I keep
just wait. So
I'm-
just wait
I'm the
until
one who
they
does that stuff on Android.
just wait until they give you
Yeah.
a widget. They're gonna give you
What
a
the heck is
widget.
that, George? It looks
Huh?
like you turned your Pixel
What
4
about-
into an iPhone.
What about Dark
That-
Skies?
that's
Does
how
that
I-
have a widget?
Always done mine.
Didn't they
Does
get
Dark
rid
Skies
of
have a
those?
widget? No, they bought it and Google can't use it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Google can't. use it.
It's on the iPhone.
Yeah, it's on the iPhone.
Yeah, look at the first page of my Duo. Same thing.
George, you're keeping that?
Wow, that is
Yes,
that
I'm
is
keeping that.
Hey, George, you're balling.
yeah. You are balling, George.
Well, that's why I said there'll only be one more phone this year.
Oh, just
Holy
one more, just one more phone.
Exactly.
seven.
But I have to
George,
say, since I came back, remember I said I couldn't afford to live in Florida by myself? Since I came back to Tennessee, I've been so financially blessed. Like, it's unbelievable. So,
Hey, you can bring some of those blessings here to Chicago.
Yeah.
'Cause,
except I don't want to come and get killed.
wow.
Chicago's not that bad.
Not that
It feels
bad.
like the most
So it's
gun-happy
bad.
place I've ever heard of outside of a Wild West movie.
So instead of getting killed, you probably just get
You're
made.
getting that narrative from the media.
Now,
so.
because if I do have to go to Chicago, they're going to have to shoot me because if they're going to depend on kicking my butt.
Look at the narrative that it makes.
I'll
Look
win
at the
that.
narrative. Look
All
at the
I say is
narrative
they
that makes
believe
about
Justice
Chicago.
Smollett at first because it was plausible.
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 Plausible? Is that like falafel or something?
No,
Plausible.
Plausible. That's a good one.
no, plausible.
It's like some
Oh,
Italian guy's
plausible.
last name.
You know who you sound like, don't you? Either Jackie Gleason or Archie Bunker.
Plausible. That's a new one.
Plausible. That was the mic.
All right,
It was a mic.
we gotta let Will go to work.
All right, guys. It was fun. It was fun.
Thanks everybody for coming in. Thank you, Big House, as always. Very much appreciated. Thanks, Jay, for coming in, and thanks, Jay, for giving me a little schooling. In
Wait, George, though, on your Surface, is there HDMI out?
No.
I'm telling you, that phone was garbage.
Okay, you say so. I have a feeling I'm going to like it, but I have to take my time and find out.
Surface Duo NFC.
Will, Jay's asking what phone you
Yeah,
use.
yeah, I answered him.
Oh, Jay Will says is yes. Jay Will says yes.
Okay.
It does have HDMI.
Oh, it
Okay.
does have- Where?
No, you have to plug in the USB-C, George, into
Oh,
an
yeah,
HDMI. Oh my God.
I thought you meant I thought he meant directly. That's the same as my iPad.
Sammy Sosa is so scared to come back to Chicago.
Well, that's because the Chicago Cubs don't want him to come back.
Yeah, he doesn't have to come back. He can stay wherever he's at.
I don't think the Chicago Cubs would recognize Sammy Sosa.
Yeah,
yeah, no.
Okay.
Jerome, you're a Chicagoan. Did you not think they did Sosa dirty? I thought they did from day one.
Sosa, I mean, I don't know.
I think the way they treated him was terrible.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. But yeah, I don't know too much about that to really give my 2 cents on it.
I was watching baseball back in those days, and I thought for the amount of good publicity he brought to the city, they did him terrible. That was just my opinion, though.
They do. That's the city will eat you up anyway, man. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's like New York City too. That's the thing.
I mean, yeah. Look at how they talk about the Bulls. Look at what happened with Pippen on the Last Dance. Look at how
very,
yeah.
that is very, very. Hey, but you know what surprised me? Pippen ended up making more money in his career.
Good for Pippen. What's that word?
He signed the contract.
I know he signed the contract. I know.
He signed it, and he was like, "I was glad to take it because I had to take care of. We have 11 brothers."
Yeah, and good for Pip. I still feel like the city could have done more. The organization could have done more for him. But
remember, in the end, Pippen made more money out of basketball than Michael did.
It's a business, though. You know, he signed it. He could have held out.
Yeah, you do sometimes have to know your worth and think about the time duration of a contract.
It's fair point.
I would guess it's hard to know your worth when Michael Jordan's the guy in front of you.
No, it ain't. It ain't though, because he needs you on your team.
Yes, he does. Yes, he did.
When you're out, if their performance is worse, you know you're worth something.
There's Gary being Gary again.
No, that's not the same Kool-Aid. I think the Sammy Sosa's been drinking the pink Kool-Aid.
There you go.
Oh God.
All right,
guys.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming by. I'm so glad we had Will and Jerome. So
yeah, well, where's Mike today?
No, Mike had told us weeks ago that he wouldn't be coming around much, so we already knew that.
Is he okay? I haven't heard from him in a minute.
I think and he's making a few videos.
Well, good.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for coming by. I hope everybody has a very blessed weekend. Next weekend we'll be on TED Talks.
Right. That's Jerome.
What?
Want to host the channel? Want to host Friday Night Tech Talk maybe next week?
I don't know if I'm gonna have time. Like I have no idea. I mean,
it's got to be last minute.
I'll give you. I'll try to give you an update.
All right.
Okay.
As far as we know,
we'll be on Tech Talks next week, next Friday.
All right, folks.
You guys have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend.